I don't care if you got your face full of oh shit, I fucked that up. I don't care if your face is piled up into some mousse muffins. You're now listening to Black Times Infinity. I am one of your hosts, your boy Blue. On my right, I have the oldest ninja in the planet, Old Ninja.
So if you're going to be petty on the internet, you can't go and hide in the corner, cry, and then call foul when pettiness comes for you.
And on my left, choking people out, smacking people in the face, Kronos.
You can call me Shade Agent Kronos.
Oh, damn.
And back once again, we have the almighty Stitch.
So Prodigy's been dead for what, 7 days now?
Damn, that Captain Marvel beatdown did goddamn ass.
Yeah, it is.
Damn, he been out there.
I get stuck in the upside down right now.
He might be.
What level of decomposition is his body at? Is it start forming,
I
or
think
is
he
it
might be a squirrel, actually.
Oh,
He been already reincarnated?
like a tree starting to grow?
oh man, he took that ass whooping, then had nerve to get mad.
But yeah, he will not be joining us this week. He's living a life of shame. Shame.
He's bound down to his new queen, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Brie Larson. All right. Listener of the week would be Dre Pettigrew once again. Thank you very much for listening a lot. Warrior Fellow will be first in the chat. Old Ninja, you have some RPs.
Yeah. So, where are my notes? I just lost them.
Jack the Ripper?
No. Oh, well, we found out who he was, but we'll get to that in a second. First, we have Richard Erdman, best known as Leonard on Community. A lot of people love that show. He appeared also as himself on the Dr. Ken show. I don't know if that's a spinoff of Community or not, but he was 93. He's been in 175 films and shows.
Goddamn.
And then next up, we have Bay Area's own Jake Phelps. He's behind the Skate or Die slogan, and he was editor-in-chief of Thrasher magazine. He passed away at the age of 56. Thrasher's, I guess their headquarters is in San Francisco. And he continued to skate into his 50s. Like in 2017, he had a damaging skateboarding accident. I think he had some head trauma, and he was hospitalized for a little bit.
Damn.
But he continued to skate.
Remember the Skate or Die game?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And Skate or Die 2, the game was dope too.
Yeah.
On the NES.
Yeah.
That's
The
all.
arcade version was fucking hard as hell, too.
It is hard because the controls were fucking weird.
Well, the one with like the ball. or
Yeah,
something.
the ball.
That shit was hard.
Yeah, anything with like a trackball is like.
But then like you had like less time to be able to complete shit. And you always got that like swarm of bees or whatever that just came hunting your ass or some shit. What it was a swarm of bees or was it a ghost? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure there were bees.
Pretty sure there were bees.
Killer
I
bees.
vaguely remember My Girl coming up in my mind.
Yes.
It's a sad ass movie, y'all. If you haven't seen it.
Never seen it.
She was a bitch to him though.
She was. Yeah. I got
Does that mean that she wanted to D though?
Nah.
Punched him in the stomach.
Well,
and-
they were kids, so
Yeah.
like young kids.
Oh.
I wonder what
Never
she's
seen-
doing. Has she ever been like in any other film since then? Or
Yeah,
idea.
she was actually on Veep. She was the.
She's on Veep?
shit.
Dude, that
yeah, I'm
show's
pretty
hella-
sure that's her.
That show's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. Let me just make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's her.
The show.
While you look that up, quick shout out to our boy Joe. Happy birthday. Today is his birthday. He's turning an age.
He's 1 year older than he was last year.
Yeah.
Name's Day.
Yeah, happy name day.
Happy 21st again.
Yeah, happy, third anniversary of your 21st birthday or
Something like that, yeah.
10th anniversary, whatever.
Klumsky.
Whatever.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's her. Anna Chlumsky.
It sounds like a,
Yeah, that's her.
I don't know.
She looks like
She looks doable.
an average person.
What the?
I'm trying to see it from my
yeah.
angle.
Are you trying to say she just looks like a suburban mom?
No, she didn't. She grew up to be a woman, like a
Yeah,
pretty
the
woman.
picture.
She's
She
a
ain't
lady.
Topanga.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
She's a lady.
she knows Topanga,
She
but
got some nice lips.
All right.
Good for her.
We got a lot
That's I
of
remember. It was
stuff to
like
cover.
little kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. She was hella young.
she kind of looks like the girl.
That was how long ago?
That was in my girl.
You ever seen Escape from Witch Mountain with The Rock?
Yeah.
She looks like one of the twins
that's
from that.
I don't
The
think so.
boy girl thingy.
I do not think so. In fact, the scene where
I do think so.
when he's driving them around, that meme
yeah.
is still alive. Even though the movie was just okay. Y'all want to talk about some big news that happened in New Zealand? a few days ago.
It's not big news. It's fucked up news, but I guess
mean,
go ahead, old ninja.
Everyone went. I mean, apparently
Everyone went?
Well,
What the fuck? You're fucking this all up.
Are you high?
This is a tragedy, first of all. So, you can't tout a tragedy.
Yeah, no, I meant to say
You're not Trump.
Yeah, I'm not Trump. I was going to say it went all over international news.
He's got all the best words.
Yeah, just like Trump says, we have all the best people. We know all the best words.
Anyway, old ninja,
Explain.
go ahead.
Yeah, so there was a shooting at a mosque in New Zealand where I believe 50 people, 40 something to 50 people lost their lives.
It was more than one. There's two.
Two shooters?
Two mosques.
incidents.
Two mosques. Okay, I heard there was two shooters and there was two mosques, but apparently that person did not live in New Zealand. He showed up and decided he planned out that he was going to shoot up a mosque because he had a manifesto. I believe the manifesto was about 40 something odd pages or whatnot or longer, and he sent it out to the media. He wanted them to read it so he can go and just shoot up a bunch of people that were praying.
He was targeting like brown people or like
I think just Muslims.
Muslims, yeah.
Just Muslims
in
in New Zealand.
okay.
And
In a country he's not from.
yes.
Where'd he come from? Because I didn't see anything about who the actual shooter was. I read about the tragedy.
Well, I know that the prime minister, she basically said that they're not even going to say the guy's name, which I agree with, because I think a lot of these people that are crazy like that, they do it for attention and for fame. And I think that letting them basically die as like a nobody, I think that's the best way to go. Don't even fucking mention the name. Just let them fade through history as a nobody. Fuck them. They don't need any more attention.
Damn.
It took the lives of fucking almost 50 people.
Innocent people.
Yeah, they didn't do shit just because they're a Muslim. That's fucked up. And then people, I see shit today on Facebook. People still complaining about Muslims in America. Like that one chick that happens to be a senator now.
Oh, yeah.
And they're saying that, people say never forget about 9/11, but we let one of them in. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Did that chick fly a plane into a fucking building? I was like, you guys are going like way too far with this shit.
Well, there's also like that. There's an American woman who went. I can't remember if she went, but she joined ISIS, and then she tries to come back to America.
Yeah.
And she wants to I guess get her American citizenship back or some fucking shit like that.
She done fucked up.
Yeah.
So sorry to say, but I mean, she fucked up. But there's people here in America that are, they're Muslim, but they're Americans. I don't understand why somebody's religion somehow separates them from, the rest of America. There's plenty of shit that Christians and other, religions did in the past, and you can't, chastise them for what some people did that happen to be in the same faith and then apply it to the entire race. That's how we should learn from history from doing that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially here in America, because we've had a really bad history of racism and all kinds of fucked up shit, and we're not learning. It's like I feel like we're regressing as a people.
Yeah. I mean, there's in recent history, I guess the founding of the Ku Klux Klan, they are a quote-unquote Christian group, and they have very strict Christian quote-unquote guidelines for you to enter their clan, and they based off what they used to do back in the day was killings and burnings, but they based it all in the name of God.
Well, if you go in the Old Testament, a lot of shit you can fucking pull out of the Bible, be like, yep, that's what it says. So you can't. There's very little argument there because it tells you exactly how to own slaves, exactly where we get them from, exactly what you can do with them.
Your woman.
Yeah, and it's like there's a lot of fucked up shit that's in there. That's why I think that it's a different conversation. I don't want to go there.
Yeah, but interesting enough, New Zealand banned military-style assault rifles the day after the shooting.
Yeah, it's not going to work. I mean, if you already have them in your country, what are you going to do? New Zealand's going to have the same problem that America would have, actually to a lesser degree, but it's going to be a similar problem. If you have assault, I hate to call them assault rifles. You have fucking rifles out there that are of a certain style, and they're already in the population. How do you plan on getting them back? What are you going to do? Are you going to go door to door, knock on doors, and be like, take my weapons? Because that's not going to go very well.
I don't know how New Zealand's constitution, or I guess, is written, or their foundation of government, if having a firearms is an actual right of theirs in New Zealand, so that's all sort of mystery to me on how they operate as a government.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about New Zealand is that they're outnumbered more sheep than people.
Yeah, there's way less people.
Yeah, than there are sheep.
Well, I think-
so sheep might actually be the head of Congress. Or
One interesting thing that came up with this too is that the guy was live streaming this on Facebook.
He was.
Yeah, and I think they said that he had
shooter dude?
Yeah, he was live streaming on Facebook, and I think he only had about 200 views before Facebook took it down. But I guess there's been a bunch of like controversy about that too, because it's like Facebook allowed this to happen, but it's like they don't have control over that. Like everybody can just jump online and like start posting things like live stream. Like we're live streaming right now.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. And then, if all of a sudden someone came in and started blasting on us,
well, that's like
it would take a minute.
That's like with that news reporter. They were going live, and that guy came up and shot that lady,
Virginia or whatever. A couple years ago.
So I mean, you can't give Facebook shit about that. They took it down, which is good.
Yeah, I think people they don't understand how technology works.
Yeah,
and I think that's like part of the problem. Like they don't understand that. Look, I could pull out my dick right now on live stream, and YouTube can't do shit about it. They can do shit about it afterwards, but the people that are watching right now, they would totally see my dick. But YouTube has no way to stop that. Yeah. It's at this point in time, it's fucking impossible.
I don't think like his connectivity to Facebook would have stopped the tragedy.
No.
Yeah,
in his car, all loaded up, and be like, "Fuck, I can't get. God damn it, Facebook is down right now.
Damn it.
I might as well do this tomorrow."
Well, unless you put in like the title, "I'm gonna go murder some Muslims."
Oh yeah,
I mean, then there's probably gonna be a flag, obviously, but
that's all bad.
Could you imagine if you tried logging in on a day when Facebook was down, like Facebook and Instagram? I think it was like last week when it happened, when it was down. Like, sorry, making fun of something I shouldn't be making fun of, but
well, Prodigy almost lost his mind when when Facebook was down. He's like, I can't post memes.
Yeah, he's backlogged with memes.
It was used to being banned, so I mean, it's nothing.
He basically had the blue balls of the mean something. Blue beans.
Just to go back a minute, I personally, I think it'd be an interesting topic of discussion. I personally don't mind when they put the guy's name out there, personally, just to who is this crazy motherfucker. And I do understand like both sides of the argument about giving him notoriety and fame. But even when I think about it, it's like the only like shooter that I can think of off the top of my head was the Roof Kid. But because like do any of you guys remember the guy that did the Vegas shooting?
Yeah, I remember that there was names that were out there, but
in terms of like if someone say his name, I'm like, huh? That guy is not something.
It does fade because I mean
it's not like a Lee Harvey Oswald type thing where like everybody knows his name for shooting like
I can't,
president.
I can't think of who like shot up like for Columbine, which was like what like
Claiborne,
Dylan Claiborne, and I don't remember the other name.
Yeah,
but they were talked about because they were kids. They were minors.
For like a period of time, we dig into this guy's life and we just keep hearing about this guy over and over again on the news media. And it's like I don't want to hear about that guy. I don't give a fuck about his life.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? That's.
I understand both sides.
I understand what you're saying though.
Yeah,
I have that same sweater by the way, but in gray. You got it off an ad on Facebook.
Yes, I did. It's comfy as fuck.
It is.
so comfy. I was like, that looks really comfy. And then it was like on sale for like $30 or whatever. I was like, fuck yeah. And I wanted to get the one from Triple Aught
Design?
Yeah, the one with the thumb holes. The thumb holes. That was on sale, but I had just bought this, and I was like,
God damn it!
You should have bought that one.
I know I should have, but I gotta
get another one because they fucked up on mine because like the threading and stuff started to come undone at the sleeve, and they had to cut away the thumb hole and add like one of these on there, so I didn't have the thumb holes anymore.
So mine's in repair right now, and if they do that to mine, I'm just because it's in large, like when I was fat, so I need to get a medium anyway, so I'll just trade it for.
I was wondering what size.
They did like I have like a floating discount that I can use to get like 30 or 40% off my next purchase or something like that, so I can end up having two.
We're gonna go talk to them, see if we can get them to sponsor us.
Triple Aught Design?
Yeah.
I fucking wish.
Shit, I would rock the fuck out of it.
Get a
We'd have to be
coupon
like
code
a tactical.
shit.
We would need a tactical podcast.
Yeah, we have to come in through like the air ducts. And,
I mean, me and you could do it, right? Like, yeah.
Wow, we just went from New
Muslim
Zealand
shootings to
sweatshirts. Where'd y'all get that? Oh,
that's how we transitioned.
Yeah.
Triple Aught, I probably spent
fuck around.
Probably like $3-4 grand at Triple Aught Design, like easy.
Yeah,
easy.
best backpack ever.
Yeah.
So y'all want to talk about other big news and entertainment?
Well, what big news are you talking about? You talking about the Disney merger?
Disney merger with Fox, or Disney enveloping acquisition conglomerate growing.
We just call Disney Kirby at this point.
Disney. Oh yeah, I guess so. So what was it? 12:02, 12:01 this morning. Disney the Walt Disney Company acquired 21st Century Fox, which includes a long list of goddamn studios and because apparently they had a bunch of subsidiaries, so like stuff like Fox Searchlight and like Fox News.
Fox Flashlight, what?
Searchlight. Yeah,
Making sure
like,
listeners are paying attention.
Blue Sky Studios, which is an animation department. They also get like Fox FX networks, Fox TV.
They are resurrecting Lucas
Lucas Games, not Lucas Arts.
Well,
I guess Lucas Games was before Lucas Arts.
I thought it was always like back when I played X-Men vs. TIE Fighter, it was Lucas Arts.
Yeah, it was me too, but apparently Lucas Games was before that.
That was the fucking early 90s.
So what does this mean for the X-Men?
Well, I heard that
I need
wasn't.
answers.
It means the X-Men, Fantastic Four can join the MCU.
We know this for sure.
Oh
It's gonna
yeah,
be one of those loopholes where they let them.
Those are Marvel properties that are going back. The one that I know that they don't have is Hulk, because that is Universal. Universal still owns those rights.
Well, it's interesting. I wonder what's going to happen with the Simpsons, just because I heard they might cancel the Simpsons, but then also I think at Universal Studios they have the Simpson ride. So since Disney owns that, they're going to have to get rid of that attraction.
Maybe.
Oh, they could license it out.
Yeah, they probably already licensed it out.
They need to get rid of Fox News. That'd be great, right?
Oh, god dang. It'll just be weird because they make Deadpool, and Deadpool's a rated R film. They own the Alien franchise. I guess Quentin Tarantino's movie that's coming out will be a Fox release, I guess. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So there's a bunch of stuff that people were questioning about, but
dude, Disney is not fucking around because like on the Fire TV, I used the Fox app, the Fox Now app, and like literally, I was scrolling through my apps and I couldn't find it. I was like, where the fuck is the Fox app? Because I wanted to watch something on there, and eventually I was able to find it. I was able to pull it up, but when I first loaded it, it popped up with a message saying like, oh yeah, Disney acquired Fox and blah 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 blah, and this and that and this and that, and all your programs will still be the same, and this and that. Like literally the same fucking day the acquisition happened, they changed everything in this goddamn app for the Fox Now app.
Oh, this is sad as fuck. Stitch has been gone for so long.
I know, I just read that.
That the horniest chick, maybe the planet, is in the chat right now and asking who's the BBC in the glasses.
That's fucking
Damn.
hilarious. And I'm gonna quickly steer the wheel into the ditch for a second, but with that comment, it just cracks me up because badge bunnies exist. I'm gonna say this right now, and they're fucking
knows.
crazy.
Yeah.
But just for you guys to know, we'll have this discussion offline. Badge bunnies are fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah, I know. This is the same thing with the military.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got benefits? We call them dependopotamuses.
oh wow,
I like that.
damn. Yeah, I know a couple of females that are like that. Dude, put a uniform on any dude, and all of a sudden,
Yeah, they're money grubbing whores.
Yeah.
No,
You
no
got your
problem
life
saying
together. Oh, my pussy's wet.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's what you are out there and everything.
No, we're not talking about you, Samantha. All right. Definitely not.
No, but I'm back more regularly now because work stuff has gotten back into a normal schedule where I'm not just working Monday through Friday.
It's a fucking floater.
Yeah, exactly. So I can be here more on the regular. I'm not home making fucking sandwiches.
Still waiting to train with you. I'm just saying.
They won't let me.
They bullshit. I've been talking to somebody on your PD, and you said that you should be
We
all
sit
right.
down. They told us be boring for 6 months.
He said you should be all right. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't have a problem with that because I know it would come in handy.
What come in handy? I'll give you.
I know it would come in handy.
You choking everybody.
crazy. Yeah. So going back to the Fox Disney merger, Disney spent 71 point something billion with the B to acquire 21st Century Fox.
Well, let's see. How many Disney movies is that would pay that bill? Okay, we got Black Panther, we got Lion King, we got Captain Marvel's on that train to make that money.
2 Star Wars films.
Star Wars films. Yeah, they could afford it.
21 Marvel films, like what, 6 or 7 of them made $1 billion. Speaking of which, since Prodigy ain't here,
So that's not even like their bread and butter.
Yeah, that's not. No,
it's
no.
not. It show ain't.
Like if you go to Disneyland, you understand what the bread and butter.
Woo!
And listen, my daughter, the moment, my youngest daughter, the moment she saw Minnie Mouse, she was like, "That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Disney for life." Like, they know what they're peddling. They're like the best drug dealers ever.
Pretty much.
Disney's going to pull
cocaine.
something crazy.
Probably.
They have too much power.
Now they
I
do.
see people on my goddamn like Instagram stories at like Disneyland every other weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just walking in those fucking gates is like $250 itself.
Well, I know.
And you gotta eat,
I have friends.
and buy shit.
Hey, don't forget parking and lodging.
It's goddamn.
that's
What's it
money
called?
too.
That's the cheapest part of it.
It's like Elysium or whatever going into.
Oh yeah.
Disneyland.
What's funny with fucking Disneyland is that like we have friends that live up here and they got season passes and they go like every fucking weekend.
God, it's too long of a
And
drive.
a season pass is
man.
like fucking damn near $1,000 a person.
Yeah, they don't even get fucking
Insane.
have kids either. Like, oh, you have kids? That's $5 off, please.
Yeah.
Let's go. Give me the money.
It's ridiculous.
Damn.
Oh, you want pot hopper? Oh, that's double the price.
Damn.
Well, what's crazy is because I'm going to Disney World for my birthday in April, and they have this thing called After Hours, and you can stay in the park for 2 hours longer for an extra $150 just for 2 fucking more hours of being inside the park.
Damn.
And it's limited tickets, so there's not going to be that many people there, but not all the rides are open.
I had this like terrorism class, and they were saying how Disneyland and Disney World are like two of them. I don't even want to read it because I know it's gonna be something hilarious. But either Disneyland and Disney World are like two of the most like secure like locations in terms of like if some shit's gonna go down. They just have people that are just like profilers, like just watching, and you won't even like know that they're fucking there. They're like on some next level like secret squirrel shit.
It's interesting too because like so I've been watching a few videos and say like if you're watching like one of the shows like the ones where they come down the street, if one of the parade floats break down, there's people in the audience who are Disney cast members who look just like regular people who would come out and help like fix everything and move it out of the way. So there's hella people in there that's like undercover.
I mean, I remember I went to Disney World with my oldest, like way back in the day, and I had a lot of fun. Epcot Center is where you go if you're an adult, by the way.
Oh
Yeah,
Yes,
because you could drink.
Oh,
You
drink.
drink around
They
the
got
world.
so much food there.
I'm going there my birthday.
You got Costco, right? That's what you're using.
Yeah.
That's the best way to go.
Costco,
Use Costco.
not all-inclusive, but I got Paul Copper passes for 5 days for 2 people, including a hotel, flight, Paul Copper tickets for 5 days, $4,000.
For Disney trip.
For
That's
Disney
cheap.
World,
Yeah.
Okay.
for 5 days, 6 nights. Yeah,
Yeah, Disney World is so fucking huge.
yeah, it is.
Still haven't been. I heard Groupon gives really good discounts.
And they gave you $10 off. You'll be like, oh yeah, I'm blood related to Walt Disney.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Nah, okay, you get 50 cents
Yeah,
off.
exactly.
So be prepared for all kind of changes with Disney. Probably see a bunch of reboots coming. Probably see an Alien reboot at one point.
Did
Yeah, I know they're gonna rebrand Fox to Fox Corporation
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
instead of
whatever.
it being 21st Century Fox.
Did you guys discuss the new in-game trailer last week or no?
New in-game.
No,
Like a
No.
little bit.
no,
No,
we didn't.
we didn't.
It came
There's
out
a new
after
one.
I passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember because I was like, I ain't watching, but everyone was blowing up about it because everyone's hyped for it.
Yeah, but
Without giving what's in the trailer, did it look good to you guys if you saw it yet or not?
Yeah, I mean, it looked good, but I heard that it's misleading. But
Yes.
that's
Okay.
fine, because so was, the first one.
so
It looked good.
there are scenes from previous movies in this trailer. So
Yeah.
just to lengthen it out, and then it's been stated that it is purposely misleading. So what we see in the trailer, we may not even get in the film.
Did you
Maybe
see
we
the
will.
Did you see the fan-made Deadpool trailer for Endgame?
Oh yeah, where Deadpool's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking fun. I mean, he's not everybody, but he like pops in certain scenes and stuff like that. I'd love to see Deadpool in that and have him being like flirting with death or some shit.
Well, now that Disney has Fox, you could see Spider-Man, Deadpool team up like in the comics.
Oh god, I really want that to happen.
Yeah, you see Deadpool pop up. I mean, we've already seen it with the X-Men, but then we'll see them all cross over, possibly. So, I mean, it's just a matter of time now.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting.
All right, since Citrus here, You've been playing the Division 2, right?
Yes.
All right.
I went grinding yesterday. I need to catch up to you guys, but then my boy BJ, he like just started. So I'm like, fuck, you need to catch up because I want him to play, and I don't want to be having to fucking keep reviving him every every bullet he catches.
Yeah,
I
fucking hate that shit, dude.
Yeah, because it's like, oh yeah, well, I'll squat up, and I hope. Is it like Borderlands where they'll?
It scales up a little bit.
It scales.
Okay.
Yes.
It's really fun. I've had a couple little glitches.
What level are you now?
I'm at 13 or 14 now.
Okay, you're not
Yeah, I was way behind, and I just grinded yesterday, and it's getting progressively harder. I did like what they talked about. I read like a little article, and I have noticed it, like thinking back retroactively, like the different sort of clan groups that come at you.
Oh, there's a bunch.
They like have different like tactics for like how they if they're trying to like, oh, I'll flank you guys, or if they'll just fucking try to bum rush you like some random ass like.
So it's not just like, because I think in the demo they had like the hyenas was like
the hyenas will just like kind of like a sort of like a street gang thing, but then you have the I can't think of the name of it.
The True Sons.
The True Sons are more militaristic.
There's another one that I'm at right now where they have fucking suicide bombers.
Yes, I've seen those guys. Yeah, I ran into a couple of those, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, they just ran up on me and boof. I was like, I was not ready for that shit.
But if you're here in time, you can actually use them to your advantage.
Yeah, you can self.
You got to shoot them in the chest.
Yeah,
like, how bad is this society where you're a fucking suicide bomber for your clan? Like, shit's gotta be really bad for you. Like fuck, you know what?
As bad as today.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they pretty much just spray chrome and come running at you.
Remember me, or what was it?
Yeah, witness me.
Witness me.
Valhalla.
Yeah, Valhalla, witness me.
But it's really fun.
What glitches did you see? Sorry,
I had a couple with
I've had a couple too.
Stuff not like popping. Like I'll open up the. I had to scan some like engine or missile parts or something. And so I scanned it, and then like it didn't give me credit for it. And I was like, I just scanned it, and then it sort of like stuck and froze. And I was like, all right, I know this is what I scanned. The little icon is here, and whatever. So I ended up just like eating a grenade and restarting it, and it worked. And then there was a couple other ones like that. Nothing major or made me think like the game was broken. And that only happened like yesterday, and I was like, oh, because it was flawless until that happened. But
I actually had an invisible gun once. That was kind of weird.
I did. Now I think about it, I had an invisible group of people. It was like my little icon thing was there, and you know, like when you like zoom in, you see those little like squares.
Triangles. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I guess where.
They like their energy bar or whatever.
No. It's like it shows who their body is, like little like squares.
I thought it was like their sort of like critical hit points. But I saw a bunch of those. I was like, is there somebody supposed to be there? And then I just like shot at it because it was kind of foggy. And then all of a sudden they just textured up and appeared. And I was like, that's
like the glitch I had in the first one where I was fighting the boss and he kept fucking disappearing and just fucking me up, and I didn't know where the hell he was.
And then one time I had a really bad like frame rate drop, and it was just like everything was like going all over the place, and I ended up dying, and it sort of fixed itself. But I just chalked it up as whatever, just a one-time sort of thing. But I hadn't had it like an habitual problem with it.
Yeah, it's pretty. There are some glitches, but it's like I had a couple of like invisible walls like here and there, but they're easy to get around. Doesn't break the whole entire game. The gun one was kind of funny, but I think it was because the gun that I had was like heavily modified.
Okay.
And it had a skin on it, so I think that's what fucked it up. But when I switched back and forth, oh, you haven't? Well, you don't get them until later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
unless you pre-ordered like we did. If you pre-ordered, they came with skins.
Yeah, that one gun did.
Yeah.
The one shotgun with the
lullaby.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you got because you.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like that gun, but now it's like
I barely even used it because I have a fucking assault rifle that does more damage than that shit. So
it was fun. I was like, oh shit, I hadn't been using this because I finally, when I went to the dark zone, I was like, okay, let me check my inventory. Brought it out, and I had like a bunch of shit, and I was like, oh, this is my pre-order.
Yeah, I haven't gone to the dark zone. Well, I'm behind you guys now. So
where are you at?
I'm like level 10 or 11.
Oh, I'm level 20.
Yeah, see.
So I'm like almost 21.
Yeah, everyone's been smashing on it besides me, but I've been playing with people who scaled me up. But like when you play with them and you're lower rank, you go down quick. A lot quicker than they do. I mean, you level up and stuff, you're able to actually do damage to the enemies, which is good because it scales you, but damage like fucks you up. Like in 4 hits, you're down.
I miss the flamethrower guys, unless they come later on.
They come later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are fun. I used to love hitting that tank on their back. And
It'd be kind of interesting if, like, you know how when you do in-game, or not in-game purchase, but when you pre-order the game and you get, like, say, a gun with the game, a special kind of gun.
You do.
But it'd be cool if that, like, you know, because usually that gun is so good, as you get further in the game, you probably don't use that gun anymore. They should give you an option where, like, you when you reach a certain level, you can switch out your gun to upgrade it to something better, so at least it still stays with the game. Or
So Blue, they were thinking about you, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
They have
totally
a thing.
do that.
I think it's called the retrofit or something like that. Well, I'm not at the point yet because I haven't seen the option. There's supposed to be a point to where you can basically uplift guns that you have.
Nice.
So like your favorite guns, which is good because there's like certain weapons that I'm like really proficient with, other ones not so much. So
I love using the M4. Is it
Oh
M4?
yeah, M4 is okay.
I like using like the SIG, 416, like basically
The
like
416, 417, yeah.
the single shot like rapid fire rifles.
Yeah.
I'm like really good with those. Let's shoot them all in the face. Like I have one right now that does like 2,400 damage,
Yeah.
which is like a lot.
It's way up.
Yeah, it fucks people up.
I normally go rifle, and then I've been messing around with the shotgun, which is pretty nice.
Oh, I do.
That way then they roll up on me.
Yeah, I do. It's the I have the marksman rifle basically, and then some sort of machine gun. So it's usually the mark, the M60 or the 249.
Oh, so you use the LMGs?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are. They have a shit ton of ammo, but they take a second to like prep your character to prep.
Yeah.
And then like once you get out though, you're just do.
What's
Just punishing it.
for me, it's really helpful against like bosses because
Oh, yeah.
when you have to do like damage to their armor, it's a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So when I see the little like cracked thing, does that mean I'm doing damage?
Yes, it means you're damaging their armor.
Their armor.
Okay.
Because I was like, should I be aiming somewhere else? And it just showing that I'm hitting armor that's not doing something and
Just
try to find a weak spot.
Aim in the same exact spot every time. Anybody with armor. If you aim in the same exact spot every time, then you're good. Anytime you start hitting like around the target, that's when you're kind of fucked.
Okay.
Because you just keep hitting you hit a different piece of armor.
Okay.
So Cronus, have you used the crafting table? I take or the
Yeah.
the check. You saw. What I saw is that you're able to craft some of the weapons that you got and bring their level up to your current level.
Yeah, there's one, but you need like a base weapon first. I know the one you're talking about the shotgun, but it wasn't the lullaby. That was a base weapon.
Oh yeah,
So-
no. It said I needed an exotic material to bring it up, and it was like something I hadn't even seen yet.
Oh,
Okay.
this is stuff you get from like suitcases.
No.
it's something
So
different.
actually, the exotic materials that I've seen is from breaking down items. So there's like I have a bunch of gold items right now.
Okay.
And when you break those down, there's a high chance that you'll get like there's like specific because there's different companies that make different.
Yeah.
So there's specific company items that you can get if you break down higher tiered items, but it's only a chance.
Okay.
And so right now I'm kind of stuck at a point to where it's kind of getting to sort of late game stuff, but there's a problem with the game right now. I think they need to fix. They need to fix it. So you get to the point, and it's because they fucked up the way they designed the game. So right around level 16 or 17, you're gonna notice that you can't really upgrade anything anymore because you've already upgraded all your perks, and the next level of perks you have to upgrade are at level 30.
Yeah. I
And
hate
so
that.
so you end up so I have like a bunch of like upgrade points that I can't use because I have to be at level 30, and that's kind of annoying. And some of it is with like the shit that we're kind of talking about with like higher level like weapons and shit like that and like other stuff. But you just so what I'm at right now is that I have too much shit broken down, and so my inventory is totally full, and I can't upgrade that specific inventory type until I hit level 30.
Okay.
So
I get what you're saying.
yeah, it's like it's whoever designed that system, like they fucked up just that one little part.
Okay.
So it's just like basically you have, I guess 13 levels where you kind of fucked.
Yeah.
It's still fun to play. It's just a crafting thing that you're
I only
I saw that perk because it's like, oh, you can get this at decent levels, and then I saw the max was 30. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a huge gap between me unlocking the last fucking perk. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna need this because I'm already getting fucked up. I want this perk, but no, I gotta wait until like pretty much end game.
Yeah, I've literally maxed out on the perk screen. Everything is maxed out up until I have to get to level 30 for the next ones to unlock.
Okay.
And that's kind of annoying because I keep accruing more and more points.
The blueprints, I only have one weapon blueprint, which is kind of frustrating right now. I have a bunch of like different pistol grips and optic sights and whatever barrel stuff, and I'm like, okay, I would like to be able to craft this kind of gun, but I only have one blueprint. on making it, which kind of sucks.
Yes,
right now.
That's kind of okay. So the way you get more blueprints is through
Random missions and shit.
No. It's actually from the best way that I've seen so far is from doing the missions from the settlements.
Yeah.
So you have to look at the settlements, and then it'll tell you like what you're going to get if you complete these.
Okay.
tasks.
So you probably have a bunch of material you
Yeah.
need to turn in. Once you do, they give you a blueprint. Once you give the blueprint, usually some of them give you like
what's
two
it
or
called with the
whatever.
little list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you-
there's a donation list, but there's also
Yeah.
like a list of actual things you have to do.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it'll say like beat the X number of elites or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
In the first one, after you like beat the game, was there like a end story scene? Like, did New York become better or something, or like?
I can't remember.
Oh
Yeah.
no! In the first one, the place is still so. The first one ends where you don't even catch the bad guy. He leaves you a message to remind you that you're still out there by leaving the body of the person that developed it, and he kills that person and takes the vial of the green poison.
I didn't even remember all that shit. I
Yeah.
just remember fucking up that helicopter.
Oh yeah, I was-
Fell down. And I was like,
Yeah,
fucking credits roll.
the
So
main
it's some
guy-
fucking Carmen Sandiego shit there.
Yeah, he literally does. He's literally like, there's one little mini mission after you blow up the helicopter. You think you're gonna go and arrest and then take down this guy, but he leaves you a message. He leaves you a body. He shoots this dude in the head, and he took the green virus, and he's basically like, "Come find me."
I haven't even cared about thinking back on it. I haven't cared about a lot of stories in the last couple of games I've been playing. I'm just like, all right, let me just go around and shoot up some people and
You
shit.
play God of War?
I didn't get that was the
Okay.
one exception in my
Yeah.
head. I was like obviously
Spider-Man 4?
Spider-Man I paid attention to, and then God of War. But then the other ones I was like, except for I was like Horizon, I was like, that was the last one I was really, really invested in the story. Even though I was playing like Assassin's Creed, like,
Yeah.
I was like, I know what I'm supposed to do. Let me just fucking hop on this camel and skin some alligators and do whatever.
And this one, the
Red
story.
Dead.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say Red Dead 2.
I didn't even get a chance to really fully play Red Dead.
Oh, that was good. It's good
Okay.
stories.
Long-ass
Great story.
game.
This one, the story isn't great, but it's not bad.
Okay.
So I mean, there's stuff to it. Like the problem is with the game is that they kind of spread out like the story, where you have to like look towards those. What do they call things? The echoes and stuff like that.
Those are annoying. I'm just like,
yeah, but some of them are kind of important, which I just realized today. So yeah, some of them are pretty
After
important.
30 echoes in, you're like, oh,
Yeah, I'm like,
is
oh,
important.
this is like shit that they were talking about before.
I just grab it and move on. I was like, I'm gonna probably get a trophy if I get all these.
Yeah,
just
you
will.
pick it up and whatever.
It's pretty interesting.
Some of them I get annoyed. I'm like, I know there's a phone right around here somewhere, but I can't fucking find it.
At least they tell you, like
I'm
before.
like, I ain't going down to the fucking sewers.
Ain't nothing down there but Ninja Turtles.
In the New York one, like I would get in a lot of battles and shit. In the DC one, at least so the sewers I've been into, it's just like I'm just traveling all over the place underground, and I pop back up somewhere. I'm like, there's no one down here.
Well, in this one, there's stuff in the sewers. Like
Okay.
there's items and enemies sometimes too.
Okay. There was one where the train was at, but like just a regular sewer. I was like, I'm not even running anybody.
Oh yeah, they got regular sewers with people in them, and some of them, I think there's like a choke, not a checkpoint. Is it a checkpoint? Yeah, checkpoint. One of them.
Okay.
So
Is Killer Croc down there when you're down in the sewers?
there's,
knows?
there's a lot of there's a lot
That
of shit down there
reminds me.
though.
Oh, I wish Prodigy
bad.
was here to talk about about
Suicide
that
Squad.
Suicide Squad
Oh,
going
yeah.
fresh reboot.
Yeah, we can talk about that
Oh,
next
jeez.
real quick. Have either of you done PvP on the Division 2?
Not yet.
Yes.
I seen porn that way. Wait, no, it's
That's
PvP.
POV. That's POV.
EVDA.
I played one round. It was 4-on-4, which was nice, and it was like a control point capture, like a domination,
flag?
not capture the flag, like domination, where you got to control point A, B, and C.
Oh, okay.
It was fun.
That was cool.
You can use what you've earned in the single player mode as your loadout in the multiplayer, which is nice. That way they don't just give you here, take the AK-47, and now you got to level up in PvP and start from the base, and then more PvP stuff, then you'll unlock it.
In the
You
first
go
one,
straight over to.
In the first one, you're able to jack people in the
Did it have I don't remember PvP.
Dark
or at
Zone.
least it,
the dark
The
zone,
Dark
yeah.
Zone
it
was
came
PvP.
later on, right? Well, yeah.
So Dark Zone was PvP. Later on, they had
Yeah,
straight
it was like
PvP.
yeah, team deathmatch kind of
Yes.
stuff. Yeah, it's really fun.
They're adding. I guess they're adding a like wave-based mode.
Yeah.
The first one had it.
Like a survival.
yeah, survival.
Nice.
Well,
Zombies.
in the first
That'd
one,
be nice.
survival was different.
How about crackheads? Because DC's got a whole bunch of crackheads.
Damn. Yeah, in the first division, survival was you were left with a pistol and you had to gain like items, rebuild your items, get to the dark zone, and get rescued.
Yeah.
That was survival. They have a wave-based combat. It was called something else, but it's basically, it was endless waves, and you just had to survive. You could get good-ass loot. I guess Division 2 is doing something similar, where it's like 8 people can do it. So I'm like, oh, shit.
So no, what's crazy is like as I'm progressing through the game, so I'm a bit further than you guys, but they keep adding in more and more stuff into like the normal gameplay. So like now where I'm at, you can actually look on the map and you'll see when people are transporting like goods.
Oh, shit.
Like you can see the good guys and the bad guys, so you can jack their convoys.
Nice. Oh, shit.
So that, which is pretty cool, because like when I was playing the game, like in the early game, like you wouldn't get like that much, food, water, and gear, especially like the gear thing. I barely ever get any of those. But later on in the game, like where I'm at, like you can just jack somebody and get like fucking over 100, like super quick.
Good.
So that comes in handy, especially because like you talk about blueprints. A lot of those blueprints are tied to donations.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're picking up the water and food and forget the other thing they.
Yeah, but
you gotta ask for like resource parts or something.
Yeah, but you gotta donate them to control points.
Yeah.
So usually it's like 50, donate 50 items to a control point. So I do that all the time now.
I think that was how I got my first like blueprint, and I was like, oh sweet. But now the gun is like all kind of weak now. But as you level up, that gun sort of levels up as well. Because like when I got it, I was like level 8 or something. And when I went back to, I'm like, oh shit. And it was like, oh, it's level 13. I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it gives you like your current level.
Yeah.
You know what I love in this game that no other game really does is when you level up, they automatically give you 2 fucking items that are at your level. And I'm like,
that's
what?
Cool.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, because the last one they would give you, sometimes it would be the level above it.
Yeah, I get that.
You would have to earn your way, even use it.
I usually
some
get,
bullshit.
I'll get an item at my current and one item that's at the next, but I'm so close to my next level that it doesn't matter. Okay. At least to me.
Yeah, but I don't know why all games don't do this, because it's like literally like as soon as you level up, you go to get like a resource crate or some shit. You can open it up, and you get good shit that's at least at your level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is handy because sometimes like you hold on to some shit for a little too long, and you should level. It'll tell you though that you have gear that is a couple levels behind.
Yeah.
Quick. Did you guys use the Ubisoft Club, the little club option in your?
Yeah, reminding me too, but I haven't.
Yeah, because there's actual resources. There's actually like a crate, like a loot crate, but it's usually all cosmetic, where you can like gear up your agent with a bunch of stuff. There's also free stuff. Like I got a free weapon. I got like a bunch of skins or a couple of skins. There's a bunch of free stuff that you can get from the club just by like playing the game. And there's challenges. Like I got challenges from one of the settlements. And if you get it, then you go to the club tab and you unlock it easy.
Nice.
So
yeah, but overall, I'm really loving the game. I highly recommend it. For those that played the first one and liked it, the second one's more of the same. I think they polished up a lot of the stuff that was kind of like I didn't like how they handled that in the first one. I think they took care of a lot of those issues with the second one. Mm-hmm. And if you're not sure if you want to buy it, you just hop on GameFly.
Yeah, if you go to, obviously they're one of our sponsors, so if you go to GameFly, it's a game rental service where you sign up for it, you pay a monthly fee, and they will send to you, like you make a list of games. Say you want to play like the Division 2 Anthem, which don't play that. I mean, actually it's a perfect game. Anthem's a perfect game for this, because you'll understand why. If you listen to the previous podcast, or like No Man's Sky or something like that, you make a list of games, they send to you, the first game on your list, you play the game, whenever you're done with it, you send it back, they send you the next game on your list. Say if you really like the game, you want to keep it, they will sell you the game for a used game fee. They'll send you the box art. It's great. They have over 8,000 new and used games for every new console, all the old consoles as well. They also have Blu-rays, if you want to watch movies and stuff like that. There's never a late fee, as long as you're paying your monthly service fee, which is great. If you don't have a console, you can also do a streaming service. They have the service on Fire TV, on the Samsung Smart TV, and the LG Smart TV, and a couple other ones as well. So where you have a controller, you can literally stream all your stuff through the interwebs, which is great. If you go to GameFlyOffer.com/BTI, you will get a month of subscription service on us. Basically, they'll send you a game on us for a whole month. So once again, that is GameFlyOffer.com/BTI for a month of subscription service on us. That'll take us into Google Stadia.
Yes.
That's a nice little segue.
Because we were just talking about, I just mentioned streaming services. Even though I just mentioned streaming services, I will tell you that most streaming service consoles were trash in the past. On Live, which probably doesn't spark any.
Oh shit! I forgot about
Most
that.
people forget about that shit.
Holy shit!
That was supposed to be a console killer, like 4 or 5 years ago.
But didn't it come with hardware?
Well, yeah, but it was a streaming service though. But you stream through the little box.
Okay.
It did not do well. I think it died within less than a year.
Less than a year, for sure.
So Google is doubling down on this, and they're making a console-less console called Stadia. There's a few things where I think that they have a possibility to do it right, only because of their infrastructure. But they're saying that from launch, which is going to be this year, you're going to be able to stream 4K content at 60 frames per second. Obviously, depending on your connection. I think you need 25 megs down.
So at least.
Yeah.
Which that seems kind of low to me. But
go ahead. I got something to add, caveat on that, but go ahead.
no, go say the caveat.
So apparently, I keep forgetting this, but there's a lot of people that do not have like really good internet.
Yeah.
And people have brought this up, and I had forgotten this fact, but like only if you live in certain areas you'll have really good internet. But there'll be people where either the infrastructure just does not exist, or it's just really old. So some people may have a problem with that.
Well, I mean, obviously they don't have the service. I mean, those same people would have a problem with playing games online. So that's just where you live. Yeah,
So you fuck.
Yeah,
Get your paper up.
It's like saying I can't get fiber internet in fucking Mozambique. No shit. So
Shit, we can't get a fiber here.
yeah, that's true. It's sad. Actually, you can. Technically you can get fiber anywhere in America if you if you want to pay for it.
Yeah.
They'll run the lines for you if you want to pay a couple $1,000s. But yeah, it looked like a.
Looks cool in concept.
It does, but some things that were in concept I thought was really cool because they're integrating it into YouTube, which is cool, and the Chrome sticks.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get to the YouTube thing first. So one of the things that they showed was that say you're watching somebody, because everybody, for some reason, people like watching people stream stuff. Which if you do, Twitch TV/BTI.
Yes.
Oh, nice plug.
They had a thing where if you're watching a streaming game on YouTube, you can press literally play the game, and you can play the game right then. And if it's like, say if you're watching a game that's multiplayer, you can press play and play with the person that's playing the game.
Yeah,
and if
join in.
Yeah, for certain games, like say you're playing like NBA 2K or like a fighting game, you'll join a list of players.
Okay. Like
right, and you'll be like the next up.
Okay.
It's almost it's taking you back to the arcade where you put your quarter.
Yeah, I got next.
It's almost at the point of a Ready Player One where you want to play a game, you put the quarter on the machine.
Did anybody watch the demo playthrough?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so they went from what was it, a desktop to a mobile device. So they took the controller. So they're gonna have a controller. It looks kind of like a merged hybrid of the PS4 and the Xbox controller in one.
It looks more like the Switch controller. Like the all-in-one,
just a little
bigger.
Bigger
and fatter.
Bigger, but they attached a device. They attached the phone to a device that connected to controller, and they're playing the same game on their phone. And then they went to a TV and played it there with the same controller. Because I guess the controller connects to the service. So I was like, oh shit! It looked seamless. They were playing. It looked like Assassin's Creed Odyssey on the
they were
on the thing.
And it was cool. They just jumped.
Yeah, and he was rushing to do it. He was rushing to do it to see how quickly you could do this. And I was like, and it was almost seamless.
It's very similar to what Sony did, but in a less clunky way. How they had the Vita, because you can crossplay,
Yeah.
So it's very similar. But what's cool about what Google's doing is that they obviously have the infrastructure to do this. They have I don't know if you guys knew this, but I worked in a shitload of data centers, and they have their own basically little appliances, like Google appliances. They're repurposing these for gaming. So it's these little 1U servers that you just pop in, and they have a bunch of GPUs use, storage and all that stuff, and you're basically playing all your shit remote.
Yeah.
And so they've already got it there, like in their locations. So I think that they can do this. They have a possibility to do it right.
Well, Google is known for like having some pretty innovative products, but they're also known for having really shitty products. Like we had like Google Hangout. I think there was an email that came out earlier today. Yeah, Google Plus. There was Google Email, not Gmail. Google Email was another service that's canceled. That's ending at the end of the month. So Google has all these test products that don't work out. But one interesting thing about this with this, I guess, virtual console is that you actually don't need to buy Google's controller. You can actually use any gaming controller that's Bluetooth enabled that can connect to a PC or to any kind of device. So you don't need their actual controller to play these games,
including keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, again, keyboard and mouse.
It's just crazy. I guess the only game that I saw or heard them say that they're releasing is Doom Eternal. So Doom Eternal will be released, or will be one of the games released for this towards the end of the year. What they also did not say is an official release date or an official price yet.
Yeah, but they also had, like, with the launch stuff, is that they're releasing a suite of development products of like how you can make a game and it can easily skin the entire game to look like a certain product. They were showing how you can make like a certain like third-person game look like certain paintings, and it would automatically like adjust it would adjust everything in the game to look like a painting or a drawing or something like that. I thought that was like really dope. So this is going to be potentially really big for developers because it integrates with Unity.
Oh yeah,
and Unreal 4. They're all on board, so it's potential to be huge. But I'm going to be real right now. I am super skeptical of DRM and streaming services in general. Because I've been hit by stupid ass streaming services and DRM bullshit. Zune would be one of them. All right, where I bought a bunch of shit on Zune, and then the service went away, and all my shit went away because it's all tied to that DRM stuff. So I hope them the best, but there needs to be a way to where I need to see a service become sustainable for more than 10 fucking years for me to be like really invested into it, because once the service goes down, all your shit is gone. Mm-hmm. Everything that you paid for is gone. They don't give a single fuck. You can't get it back.
Yeah.
So,
did you ever review that? What was it with the Nintendo with the cardboard?
No, I didn't even open it up yet. I was waiting to do it with my oldest, and I forgot. It's still because we moved.
Okay,
so I forgot.
It totally popped in my head randomly. I was
Labo, because now they're doing the VR Switch. Okay, they have like the Labo's a VR headset now.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. They're working on it for a while.
And apparently HP makes a headset now, which I didn't know.
Yeah, I saw that like recently it's been posted up that they were working on a headset.
Yeah, John said it was really good. John from formerly SVR, he has his own thing going on now. But he was saying that he was really impressed with their headset, and I was like, HP has a headset? Well, that's interesting. So I have ways that I can check that out. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say how, but I want to see if I can check that out and see how good it is.
Right on.
It's called a Reverb.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of before we switch gears real quick, I kind of want to jump back on the Disney thing. So I saw in the news that Fox owns more than 50% of Hulu. Yep. Which is like a giant streaming service. So now I wonder,
that is Disney.
Yeah, so now Disney owns the majority of that control. I wonder how that's going to play in with Disney Plus.
No idea, because Disney Plus is supposed to release this year, and according to them, all of Disney's fucking library will be available at launch, which I'm super skeptical of that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's Disney.
It is Disney.
They got money.
I'm pretty sure there'll be like a couple of movies that people missed that'll be missing.
I can almost guarantee you that they're gonna have at least 97% of their shit on there. The reason why is because Disney did a thing back in the day that's ingenious, and this is what everybody does now. All right, so what they did in the past was they would open up the vault and then close the vault. And so what they would do is they would have certain movies that would come out a certain year or whatever, and they would not sell them anymore for a certain amount of time.
Sometimes 10 years.
The reason why they did that is because every single time they open up the vault is because they would get more money for those same movies. But they kind of already flip that shit on their head because they have streaming services now.
Yeah.
And it makes you pay month to month. That's what they wanted.
That's what they want.
People to keep paying for the same product. And that's what we do with streaming services now, is that we keep paying the same amount for basically the same content. We get additional content, but it's still some of the same content.
It's actually, for Netflix, you get rotating content because there'll be content that'll be there and then it'll come off, and then you won't see it again for like 6 months to a year or longer.
Yeah, but if you look at, I think it was for Netflix especially, like one of their highest watched shows. Content of all time was Friends. It's because they bought the Friends license.
Oh yeah.
That's nostalgia, and I think Disney's going to have a similar nostalgia effect where people are just going to hang out on the service for nostalgia. But like, I just want to watch, was it Bed Knobs and Broomsticks or whatever?
Yeah. There'll be
some old obscure movie.
Sounds like a porno.
I wouldn't be surprised. There'll be a bunch of shit, but there's some like older obscure stuff, like their racist stuff, probably won't be on there.
Oh no, of course.
And then,
well, no, they've edited all their.
Oh yeah, of course, but right? Still, you won't be able to get it in its original form.
Well,
there's also some movies that came out. Like there's a film it's an animated film called The Black Cauldron, and it's super rare to get. Yeah. And I'm questioning if that'll even be on there. It might not, but they also have a bunch of shows. They have their channels, like some of their TV show channels, like Blue Watch Kim Possible. That's a Disney product. And that's technically a movie, I guess, even though it was a TV movie. That may or may not be on there as well. So there might be some stuff. Obviously, all their Marvel stuff will be on there. Pretty evident. The real question is, are there going to be the Marvel shows on there? Or are they going to put them on Hulu? Who knows?
No. No, not now. They can't.
On Disney Plus?
Yeah, they can't.
Oh, yeah, their dealings, right? That's right.
Yeah, it's like almost... It's owned by other networks, so there's like no way they would allow that. They would get sued. They wouldn't even try for it.
Right, I'm just trying to see like what the numbers are looking like for DC Universe because that's their online streaming service. But looking at their catalog, what they have, like
fucking garbage.
Yeah, they got 4 original programming. They have 3 shows that are coming, and then like the content that like their film and TV shows that I have on there. They have like. Some of the Superman movies, they have the Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, the animated series, Static Shock, Young Justice.
No, listen,
it's not that much. It's like 7 shows.
Was it called DC Online?
DC Universe.
If DC Universe wanted to actually pull in more viewers, they would put all their shit on DC Universe, like all their animated movies. You know what I mean? Because all their animated movies are still owned by them. Put all that shit on that service, and people would watch it more.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, put also a lot of their animated shows, like Justice League. I don't think is on Netflix anymore. So
no, but it was originally put out by Cartoon Network. That's the only thing.
True.
Same thing with Justice League Unlimited.
And then but they have like the Superman the animated series. I guess Batman the animated series is on there.
Well, that was available on Amazon Prime for a while, like all 5 seasons of it. But they pulled that. Because I tried looking for it recently. I was like, oh, God damn it.
So we got to talk about more slightly Disney kind of related news real quick because they pretty much run everybody's life now. James Gunn, who was famously fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, gets rehired after his crazy tweets from like a decade ago. Brought back on to direct Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Apparently, this has not affected his work with DC in directing the next Suicide Squad film. In fact, he was saying that this next Suicide Squad is going to be a reboot of the previous film.
Yeah, so
what the fuck?
I'm not really surprised. Like, I thought that when they let James Gunn go, it was sort of it was stupid. Like, he made some dumb jokes back in the day that were offensive, but they were also clearly jokes. Disney has a long history of having super racist, fucked up shit that were not jokes. And I think that somebody on the PR team was like, we have some shit we covered up too, and it wasn't a joke. It was fucked up, especially against like African Americans, like having a lot of blackface shit.
I ain't never seen no elephant fly.
Yeah, and it was like real fucked up. Like, you guys, just look up Disney racism on YouTube. I'm sure you'll pull up a whole bunch of like really fucked up offensive shit on there. That was nowhere near the effect of what James Gunn had tweeted on his poor
he was
tempered
talking
humor.
about pedophilia because he kept talking about raping young boys.
But it was from what I remember, it was clearly a joke. It wasn't like he was Bryan Singer that has videos and photos of little boy parties.
It wasn't that, but he did tweet some pretty not so good stuff.
Yeah, but from what I read, from what I remember, it was clearly a joke. You can make pedophilia jokes. I joke about R. Kelly's nasty ass all the time.
I think they just waited for the temperature to cool down, and get someone else to be in some hot water, and they're like, all right, you can come back in now. Everyone's looking over here, and you can come back in, and people won't be fucking all up in arms.
So James Gunn should be thanking R. Kelly. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, there's been a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, fuck R. Kelly. I said a long time ago, fuck R. Kelly. I don't listen to his shit. He's a piece of shit. This is like years back. I don't know why people are surprised still with this dude.
I can't believe motherfuckers are using their own goddamn money to bail this motherfucker out.
It's stupid as fuck.
Like, one chick paid $100,000 to bail him out, but then another, because his ass went back to jail for back child support. Somebody else paid his back fucking child support, $120,000. Somebody paid for his motherfucking kids.
And I read some shit online that was saying how, you have to support him because he's black. I'm like, no, he's not my fucking culture. If pedophilia is part of the black culture, I am not part of the black culture. I'm not even gonna say I'm fucking sorry. Go fuck yourself. Like, that shit is not part of our culture. It is not. And for you to keep making excuses for this nasty ass motherfucker, wait until he fucks one of your kids. You know what I mean? How about that shit? You people are making excuses just because this guy happens to be a decent singer, but he's a piece of fucking garbage. He should not be an icon as an African American. He's a piece of shit pedophile.
Yeah. Y'all got to play a new song at the family reunions. Instead of Step in the Name of Love, you got to play something else.
Since James Gunn is back for Guardians of the Galaxy, it's the guy who plays the Invisible One. Is he coming back?
Dave Bautista?
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yes.
Yeah,
he'll be back.
Sure. He's very loyal.
So,
I can't remember the name of his character. I just know you couldn't see him.
Drax.
Jax, that's what it
Drax the
was.
Destroyer.
So they're going to
Invisible
reboot
One.
Suicide Squad, the big shit show of a fucking thing that I thought it was.
You know what? I'm not surprised because, G.I. Joe did it.
And
It's true.
G.I. Joe
I
Retaliation.
saw that article where they said, what was it? Harley's going to make it, I guess, an appearance or something like that. I was like,
I feel like they should keep her. She was the whole reason for fucking Suicide Squad.
as much as we love Idris Elba, he's not an A-list actor. He's not.
What?
We all like
You
him.
don't-
He's not a...
You don't think he's A-list?
No, not in terms of
You
like
don't think he can put
blockbuster.
butts in seats?
No.
Wow.
No, not in terms of like
Where is
him.
Prodigy when I need
What did you say?
I don't consider him like a mega star. Idris Elba.
Oh. Yeah, he's pretty far up there.
Yeah, I was
I
about
don't
to say.
consider him blockbuster. He's B level.
I wouldn't consider him B-level.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider him B-level.
He's like maybe A-. Like,
Hold on.
Who are we putting on his level? Or-
Hold on. I can sort of see your argument because he hasn't been in like a bunch of movies that have made a bunch of money, but he's been in a bunch of movies that have been critically acclaimed.
They're good. Yeah,
There's a huge difference there.
I will. The Wire is the best TV show I've ever seen in my life. Stringer Bell is God. Love him as an actor, but in terms of like, he's not like a Tom Cruise. I mean, maybe I'm going a little bit too high up on the,
Yeah, I was
on the
gonna
thing. So I'm trying to think of like people that I sort of on par compare him to.
I mean, Will Smith was in Suicide Squad, and he didn't really fit butts in the seats.
He's not on Will Smith's level.
Yeah.
But he's replacing Will Smith.
Yeah. Well,
Because that's Will Smith's choice.
Yeah, because Will Smith.
It's not like the director said, Will Smith, you're gone.
Yeah.
We want Idris Elba to replace you. That ain't happening.
I actually didn't even like Will Smith in Suicide Squad.
I mean, fucking Idris
Actually,
Elba, he's in the Thor films. He's in Pacific Rim.
you know.
I'll be honest with you though, Idris Elba is probably a better actor than Will Smith.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
There's a couple of movies where Will
I
Smith is a
agree.
good actor, like
Yeah.
7 Pounds
Yes.
comes to mind.
And Ali.
Yeah, and what was that movie where he was the gay guy fucking dude?
6 Degrees of
6 Degrees,
Separation.
yeah.
He's a good actor in that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are probably it. Everything else, he's Will Smith.
Yeah, just Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, because even in
The Bad Boys,
Yeah,
He
Bad
was-
Boys is Will
Independence
Smith.
Day.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim, was he the headliner star dude? Was it his name on the?
He was on.
He was a main character.
yeah.
Main
Yeah,
character,
but he wasn't the main character.
He wasn't
I mean, the main characters
even
were
in
fucking robots.
What's it called? The Alien movie, Prometheus. He wasn't the headline dude.
He was in that?
No, yeah, he's in
Yeah,
Prometheus.
exactly. That's why you got to be like he was in it.
He was the main villain in Star Trek.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was.
See, that's why you guys are like, oh yeah, he was in that.
Well, I know he
oh,
was in
yeah.
that. I know that.
Well, he's in a lot of projects. That's the thing. He's in a lot of shit.
People could be in a lot of.
He's got a pretty long resume.
Samuel L. Jackson's higher than him.
Yeah, but Samuel L.
Samuel
Jackson's
Jackson in a lot of projects.
He's in a lot of
He
projects,
also
but there's
doesn't,
some.
he doesn't say no.
Yeah, 'Cause
He acts
he's
in
in Deep
everything.
Blue Sea, and he's not the star. He dies in that film.
Was he the first one to die? Right?
He is the first one to die. He gets chomped up. And you got LL Cool J and what's his name? The dude who played Punisher the second time.
There's at least like if we're just gonna just stick with, because I don't want this to all of a sudden become a shopping list of us just naming off actors, whatever. But he's not even like top 10 in the Marvel MCU in terms of actor pedigree.
What on MC? Whoa. Well, as far as like actors go, yes, I'd have to say that. There's not a
Shit
whole.
ton of actors in there.
There's not a whole lot of really good actors in.
What we're talking about
MCU.
good, which I say he's obviously in terms of him as an actor, yes, he's an elite
Yeah, that's what I'm
guy.
saying, yeah.
But in terms of like name star power, I don't think he's top 10 name star power. Out
mean,
of
he-
people that
Hold on.
defeat-
Let me ask you a question right now, though. If you extract everybody except for Robert Downey Jr. from like star power, outside the MCU, they have no star power.
what's it called? Star-Lord has star power. He's got his own. He's head of the dinos. He's running the fucking Jurassic. That's not star power. No,
I mean, one
Wait, so-
movie, yeah.
The reason I'm
Hold on,
actually.
hold on. One movie that got trounced by The Force Awakens.
We talk about-
Just saying.
wait, before we.
They got beat the fuck down.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
down.
First of all, he's not here. But I didn't take as big of an L as he took.
Oh no.
And I wore a dress. He still took a bigger L than I did, just because he ran his mouth so bad.
He ran his
bikini.
mouth real bad.
Straight up bikini.
I had a fucking slit up my leg, showed off calf for a 2-hour podcast.
Kind of jump back to Idris. Actually, I think he might put butts in seat. I think he might put a lot of wet women's butts in seats because
Yeah,
he was
he's in
voted as sexiest man alive in
People Magazine.
People's Magazine.
He's
so
also on
He's not getting
Luther,
these
which is a huge like draw.
He's in a lot of movies.
He's in a lot of shit.
he's in that one movie with the chick from Titanic.
God damn, I feel like I'm being Prodigy right now.
Yeah.
Talking about star power. and
Almost.
I don't want to get on that fucking
be on
boat.
that.
That boat is fucking
You
deep
want to
in the
make some bets,
Pacific.
though? You want to make some bets, though?
So look, another
Don't
thing.
be
They're not watching fucking Suicide Squad for fucking Idris.
Just make some
It's
bets,
because
though.
it is-
What you got? How much dignity you got, bro?
Don't
What you got left?
Because
see,
first of all,
see, this is where you fucked up. You're sitting in Prodigy's seat, and that
I'm
shit
on a
shit
microphone.
Yeah,
fucked up.
Very
Very bold.
infected.
Yeah, you got infected.
Like the other thing, you
Get
gotta-
up out that seat.
one other thing you got to think about too is that there's kind of a culture of it doesn't really work in this direction, but like there's characters who've done DC characters and then cross over to Marvel characters, and they actually do a better job as Marvel characters. Like for example, like what's his name did Daredevil, and he did a pretty good Batman. But then we also have this is all Marvel too, because they have the two Johnny Storms.
Yeah.
And they end up doing very well as their other character roles. And then also we had what's his name playing Green Lantern. He did a really good Deadpool. So maybe him playing like somebody in Thor, jumping over to DC, he might have, good luck with that franchise.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying he's a bad actor or anything like
He's
that. Because I love him. I love him as an actor. I think it's sort of a kind of a letdown in combo with them putting that cryptic sentence about, they're going to have a role for Harley to make an appearance. I forget how they worded it.
Yeah.
But it sounded
She's
like
supposed to have an appearance.
she's supposed to just appear in the movie. Like,
she originally was not.
if you have a Suicide Squad movie and you're just gonna like throw in her for like a 2-minute blip, there will be some mad fucking people. That is not gonna go over well.
I feel like what DC needs to do, they need to do Flashpoint Paradox and just erase all the fucked up shit they done
They were
so
naming
far.
off these
Well,
characters,
see,
and
that's
I
what
was
Matt
like, I
said.
don't even know who the
Yeah.
fuck they're talking
Matt
about.
from Pre-Recorded Live said that a long time ago, probably like 2 years ago. That's what they should do. Is
Yep.
like do Flashpoint Paradox and just fix it all. Hire new fucking writers, hire new everything.
But they don't even have to. They can like keep some of the ones that people like. Like we can keep like Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn, because those are like my favorite from the franchise at this moment in time. But like they can reset everybody else. And they can. I know they're working on a Flash movie because I know that the guy who was a Flash in the DC universe,
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, he's like helping writing it. He's helping writing the Flash movie, but I guess there's a little
Grant Morrison
bumping of heads between those two.
Well, apparently he's rewriting with Grant Morrison, a famous comic book writer, as a lot of people know. He's written multiple different sagas, multiple different characters, so he's written for the Flash as well. So this could be superbly interesting, even though I know Prodigy can't stand Ezra Miller as the Flash.
I can't stand him either.
But it's whatever to me. I mean, he's not Grant Gustin from CW's The Flash, but he's his own version, I guess.
He doesn't have that Flash charisma.
I guess.
Like the smarts that Flash has, or his like comedic timing and stuff. I don't know.
Well, it is what it is. But Stitch, you throwing down on this bet, or you gonna wait?
What are the terms of the bet? It needs to be because I'm not going to step in the bear trap. It's not gonna make money. It's gonna make fucking money. I'm not not stupid.
I'm not wearing a bikini. God damn it.
I like what Cake Man had said about Idris. How he's going to be in the next Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, he's the main villain.
He's
the main villain.
And he's going to have like a super suit, so he's going to be able to...
He gets powers.
Yeah, he's going to have powers. That's what it is.
He takes some kind of serum, so it's going to be weird.
Yeah, like the quote was like, despite rumors, Harley Quinn is likely to return for Suicide. I was like, how do you say it's likely to return? Like,
oh no,
that makes it sound like really, really sketchy.
Yeah.
Be like she's going to be in like a flashback sort of thing.
Like she had better shit to do.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, maybe y'all can hash out the terms unless you put them out right now.
You are the one. You're the one challenging my.
No, Cronus put that out there. I don't really care.
I think it'll make money. I just don't think it will be a. I don't know.
It won't be big money.
It sort of depends on how they iron out the rumors. Because, like I said before, I think the big star in the Suicide Squad franchise is Harley. Her as a character and Margot Robbie as the actress for her. I think those are your...
Well, Wonder Woman.
Your head... Well, for the Suicide Squad branch of it. I think that's your...
And it's so weird that she is like the headline because her character was super hit or miss in the show. Especially with the whole Joker thing. I was just like, this Joker thing is like real fucked up. Especially the way they try to portray it. I was like, this is real clunky.
You're talking about in the movie or just in the movie?
Yeah. In like obviously the comics and shit, it's like way more fleshed out.
So essentially, like if you're going to maybe have Harley, then you're sure as fuck probably aren't going to have a Joker. That whole what's his name is the fucking Joker. That shit's dead. That might be one of the biggest.
They fucked it up in the movie, because they didn't explain. They were just dumb about that shit. All around, they were really dumb about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even sure about the Joker movie that's coming out too because that doesn't.
That sounds like
it's somebody else again, right?
Yeah, it's Joaquin Phoenix, and it looks like a standalone weird film.
It reminds me of oh god, that one movie like No Country for Old Men, like the guy who goes around like killing people like the cattle prawn and shit.
Yeah,
yeah. Cause I always get those two movies confused. No Country for Old Men and then like that other one with the I Drink Your Milkshake.
That's the same movie.
No. What's the one where the guy?
No Country for Old Men is where I Drink Your Milkshake, right?
What's the one where the guy with it has
Gran Torino?
I know what you're talking about. The guy with the fucking cattle fucking.
Yeah, but that
right?
one's not based in like old Western time.
No, it's based in the 70s.
Yeah, it's based in the 70s where guys like killing people using a fucking cattle thingy where he like the air compressor. And he's like fucking pitting people's heads and blowing up.
I don't know.
I think
I don't know which one y'all are talking about.
Look it up.
Anyway.
I always get them confused. So I don't fucking know either.
So we haven't talked about TV in a minute, and a new show dropped on Netflix that everyone's been talking about.
There Will Be Blood.
Oh, that's what I'm
yeah. Okay.
I always get those two fucking confused.
That movie was fucking terrible.
Really?
That movie was fucking terrible.
I heard that movie's like 3 hours long.
Have you watched it?
No. I watched it.
You heard it was 3 hours long.
Yeah, I heard it was 3. That's why I said I heard.
Okay, so you heard a fact. Yes, it was 3 hours long. But yeah, the movie was fucking terrible.
Dude, No Country for Old Men was really terrible too.
Yeah, it was not that good.
And I think the only reason why it was so bad is because I waited that whole entire fucking movie to hear the line, I drink your milkshake, just because the fucking Attack of the Show, because Kevin Pereira kept fucking saying that goddamn line.
You watched the wrong movie. That's There Will Be Blood.
You know, I watched No Country for Old Man because that's the one where the guy, like, his son falls into the well and, like, there's, like, an explosion, so he's, like, fucking deaf. And so he, like, tries to get the businessman to buy these abandoned oil wells. And he's like, oh, no, I already sucked out the oil from your plants because I drink your milkshakes. Yeah. That's the whole plot. Sorry, spoiler.
Well, it's a movie's like, what, 10 years
Like
old now?
fucking 15 years old.
Something like that. Anyway. Did y'all see this show on Netflix? This Love, Death, and Robots.
No, but it looks fucking good.
Yeah, I know that Prodigy watched it. I binged through it.
It's only like 8 episodes, right?
It's 18 episodes, but each episode varies between 6 minutes to 17 minutes. So each one varies. There's 18 of them. It's an anthology series. I don't want to say too much. I know that Prodigy watched it. I'm gonna wait till he gets here and everyone else get a chance to blow through it.
Yeah,
if you sat and watched it, it's like 2.5 hours.
I'll watch some next week. I finished 7 Deadly Sins, so that's what I want to finish up for my shows, and it ended kind of too quick for me because I ended season 3, and I guess there's no more except for a movie. So kind of sad about that.
All right, Stitch, you didn't get a
I
chance
have
to...
not checked that out. I'm trying to think. There was something on Netflix that piqued my interest, but I cannot remember what it was that I was watching.
And it just came out, or is it new?
I'm not even sure. I have to really think about it. I watched that dating show, which was kind of funny.
What? Dating show?
The one that I think we brought up last time. The one with me and Kronos talked about it. Where the girl goes on the blind dates, and there's like 3 people, and they edit it really, really well. There was the one we taught. Shoot.
I don't know, man.
What you talking about,
It's not ringing the bell.
Keep talking. I'm gonna find it out.
All right.
A dating show on Netflix.
It was on Netflix. It's a guy or a girl that goes on 3 dates and everything. The one that I was halfway through, the one was a cop, and the girl had a weird name.
They all got weird.
The guy starts out drinking like this Miller High Life beer. And
That sounds fucking awful.
drive me nuts. We talked about this. I know I'm not losing my mind, I don't think.
Well, I will say Love, Death, and Robots for now. It is very interesting per se. Some of it is very, very dank. Some of it is just okay. And there are some that are like tries to be thought-provoking. It's mostly animated. There is one like semi-live action short. I'll put it that way. But yeah, there's 18 of them. I think if you watch it back to back, it's roughly 2 hours and like 20 minutes or something like that.
Huh.
So,
Did you hear about, since we were talking about Netflix, you hear that they're going to do another turn-based series?
Yes, and it's going to be with, not Steve Irwin, but...
the Bear Grylls?
Bear Grylls, yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
A choose your own
life
adventure.
or death? What
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah. Are you going to drink your own piss?
Do we get to kill Bear Grylls or nah? Like, what the fuck?
Will allow you to turn around and see like how you're in the middle of fucking real city and you're just in somebody's backyard.
Exactly.
Dating around.
I didn't watch that. Definitely
What's that
didn't watch
around?
I talked about that. I'm losing my
Nope.
mind.
Yeah, you are. It's all good.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Didn't happen.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, Bear Grylls, he is kind of a scam artist, and I'm surprised that Netflix is doing a show with him because one of his shows that he did was basically him living out in the wild, and it turns out that he was not in the wild, is that he was like literally across the street from like a Denny's or some shit, pretend like he was in the wild, and he would sleep in hotels at night, and it's just like, dude, you can't do that shit. People are gonna go out there and
not
fucking
good
die. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, I mean, they show like scenes, like images of him like eating fucking pizza on set and stuff like that, and like camera crews all around. It's like, what? I mean,
Not a good look.
Wow.
I mean, I guess if he has a warning in the beginning saying don't try to end these stunts at home, like whatever, I guess that keeps him from getting sued.
Well, yeah, but you have to be real and just say like, he's not actually in these environments.
Yeah.
That'd be the better way to go. So, did any of y'all watch American Gods?
Yes, but I haven't watched the new season yet
You didn't watch the new season?
because it just dropped
Okay,
recently,
sure.
like right.
Yeah. All right.
I haven't seen any of it yet.
Is it? just how was like? Is it? It doesn't start off dank as fuck because it ended dank as fuck.
I will tell you that Orlando Jones
He's back.
is the best reason to watch the show.
Because last he was what was his character? Because I love this. Like, there's that one episode when he first a Nazi where he like talks about how getting mad or getting angry, get shit's done. Like that scene of him in a slave boat and release all the slaves and they fuck people up. I love that
like
shit.
His acting in this is like 10 out of 10. Like he's stealing scenes. Like every single scene that he's in is like, what's he gonna do next? Just like the way he acts it's amazing. Don't get me wrong, everybody else in the show acts really well too, but he's just like so. I didn't know he can act that well. To be honest with you, I remember him from being
a comedian.
Yeah, and him acting in this it seems for him like really natural and really good. It was kind of a slow episode, but I still enjoyed it. Like I said, Orlando Jones's character lightened up, the entire show, but there was still a lot of stuff that happened in the first episode. I'm not going to give anything away because y'all haven't watched it, obviously. But it's definitely back and it's good. It wasn't a bad episode. It was a good episode. It wasn't a great episode. It was just good.
Is what's the name back in there from Sex Education?
No, they replaced her character and they haven't said why yet. And I think it's because she was in Sex Education, but it's okay because she's fine as fuck.
Y'all, nobody watched the old Fox show.
She doesn't have tickle bitties. What are you talking about? She has little.
They're decent. They're not little. They're not spider bites.
Gillian Anderson does not have big old titties.
What are you anime titties?
Wait, does she?
Oh boy, she has decent.
Gillian Anderson has.
You're gonna be on strike 3 because I know you've
smaller than average
you've
at
given
best.
people credit for having titties and ass.
No, because I swear to God, the episode of X Files.
Gillian Anderson
with a G.
My bad.
Gillian.
There was that episode of the recent X Files, the scene where the guy fantasized about her.
She shows up.
I thought
wet.
she had like big ass fucking titties in that.
She doesn't have big titties.
They're
she might have a good bra. I mean, she's hot, but she doesn't have big titties.
I was gonna say, going back to Orlando Jones, did nobody watch Sleepy Hollow when it was on Fox?
No.
Yeah, because he's a big portion of that show, and he did a really good job as that as well. He has his own show on YouTube. He has like a superhero show on fucking YouTube. Oh. So there you go.
He did?
Yeah, he did. Or he still might. I don't know if it's still running, but it looks like. She's kidding me.
I mean, she has boobs, but they're not. They're not
boobs. Anime style.
Why did I think her titties were big?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with her boobs. They're not big. And this is her. This is basically how she looks in Sex Education, but she's super hot.
She has white hair.
Yeah, she has white hair.
Okay.
And you gotta watch the show.
I will.
Like she's like older mom, hot in the show, and just the way she acts, and she has a fucking English accent, super hot as well. Sex Education is like one of the best shows.
Why she only had B cups?
Yeah, see, I said less than average, and I was correct. I would say a C is probably about average, right, for most Americans?
No idea.
Yeah, I mean,
oh no, that's going in.
Women are riling up right now. They typing away. What you mean,
Twitter.
average?
Hey, every letter you type is less money you make. I made somebody mad. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. But I'm pretty sure that is about average. Is probably a C or maybe even a D. So a B is definitely less than average.
I don't think.
Stitch is shrugging his shoulders.
Yeah,
No,
I
ain't co-signing on that. Stitch loves the women. But I'm not judging you on your bodies.
Yeah, but I'm not judging her either. I'm just saying if they look like they're not that big, then they're not. It's not bad or good. I'm just saying.
No comment.
You want to hear something funny? So
Backpedal.
Yeah.
No, that shit.
All this shit.
I got a quick funny story. So remember?
How did you find her breast size? You just looked it up?
Yeah, it said I put her name. It said bra size, and it came up.
Oh, her measurements too. God.
Yeah, measure like her full measurements. Like it shows like her shoe size, her dress size, how tall she is, how much she weighs.
36, 25, 36. That's
Is that what's the name?
pretty good.
Mix-a-Lot's,
No, it's pretty close.
But yeah. But yeah, so oh god, what's the name of the chick from
Because he is
Eureka?
5'3", that's what's hilarious.
Yeah. What's the name of the woman who was in Eureka, and she also was in she did the voice of the detective from Gargoyles. She's also something Richardson.
Is it Sally Richardson?
Sally Richardson. So
Yeah.
I was Googling Sally Richardson, and I Googled like her and like from Eureka. So because there's a scene of her in Eureka where she's wearing like lingerie. She's like wearing like a white like panties and a top. As I'm searching it, my wife comes to the room. She's all, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, I'm just trying to send something to the guys real quick. She got so mad about that. It was so fucking funny.
That reminds me. I was on Snapchat the one day and just looking at just random shit, and Bonnie Rotten was like doing her thing, and Lila was like, "What the fuck's a Bonnie Rotten?" And it's all her Bonnie Rotten doing her Bonnie Rotten stuff. It was pretty hilarious.
You all got
Man.
slapped.
Y'all fucking up. Like your secrets, keeping tabs. So you can click away real quick.
Yep. Y'all, well, on Snapchat you can't do that, but you can, I mean, you can kind of, but it takes like a second. Fucking up over there. Shit. So y'all see this shit about the Jelly Bellies?
Oh yeah, man.
It's good news.
This is the image.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, y'all looking at titty meat? Y'all, no wonder y'all all distracted. What's going on with this Jelly Belly?
Oh yeah, so if you didn't know, the company who makes Jelly Belly, they announced, I think it was either today or yesterday, that they are going to start making Jelly Bellies with CBD oil infused in it. And I guess I don't know what the full, I couldn't have a chance to read the full article, but it looks like the founder, like their parent, had Alzheimer, and that they did have cannabis or CBD oil, and it helped relieve some of their symptoms. And so like the owner of Jelly Belly was like, you know what, this shit's fucking cool. I'm gonna put in my fucking candy, and this is gonna help people out there with all these different kind of pain. So they're gonna start offering up to 38 of their flavors with CBD oil in it, I believe. Let's read an article.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so it's going to have 10 milligrams of CBD oil in it, which is about 0.3% of, I guess, the recommended dose of it. But I don't know, it's pretty fucking dope because CBD oil helps with a lot of different ailments, and it's been known to like help people with cancer, or people who have like Tourette's or other kind of illnesses out there. So to see a big corporation do something like this is really fucking cool. But then what's also amazing is that, so they're based in here in California. I think they're based out in Vallejo.
No, I think they're in the Petaluma, Vacaville area, or some shit out there.
Yeah, I know they're in that general area, but like they're based here in California, which marijuana is legal here. So for them to take that step, I think is pretty fucking dope.
I just think it's weird, and I suspect people are gonna complain. They'll be like, "We give this to children. How you gonna do this?" Suing.
Well, it looks
that's
like
what we do.
it says that they're going to be selling the beans for about $2 each. God damn.
Damn.
Well, I think like I think if you go to like Safeway, like a quarter of a pound is about $8. So
Really?
yeah, like if you were to get a bag of Jelly Bellies, they're about $8 for fucking quarter of a pound.
So they do those little half packet things. Those are like what, $3 to $5 or something like
the
that.
little boxes.
No, they're little bags. They're like little bags you can just click off the little things. They're like this, maybe the size of your phone or something like that. They're not that big, but they're fairly cheap. But
they probably have barely any jelly beans in there.
No, I can get them out. I mean, they probably don't have all the flavors, obviously, but they're cheaper than buying a big ass bag for like what you just said. That sounds crazy. Madness. So, Blue,
Yes.
there's some Batman news that's been out there.
I don't even know why they're doing this.
So they're saying here that Matt Reeves, the current director attached to the Batman, he's saying they want to set this film in the 90s. What say you?
I need more details because, is Batman gonna be like? Is this like 20s, like Batman in his 20s? Because if he fast forward to present day, then he's gonna be like, I guess in his fucking 50s. So I don't know. It just won't tie into like the whole Justice League universe, and it just doesn't make sense. They need to make him so he's more around this time. Like he needs to be like in his maybe late 20s, maybe early 30s.
What if it's set up Batman Beyond?
Then that's a different story. Yeah, if they no, that wouldn't fucking work though. Because Batman Beyond, Bruce is like in his 60s and 70s, and I don't think
70s or 80s actually.
Yeah, I don't think technology now isn't even close to what they had in the show.
Well, yeah, but he wouldn't be in his. He would be in like his 50s now, and he was still fighting in his 50s, right?
Yeah, but he kept having fucking like heart attacks and shit. And like he had a heart attack and he had to create the Batman Beyond suit.
I'm pretty sure that was in his like 70s or 80s though. Right?
I want to say he was in his 70s because I know when Justice League Unlimited ended, Bruce was like 110, and he had to get like McGinnis's kidney. Let's say what he was.
Keep going.
It's 55.
Oh, it was 55 when he retired. All right. Wow. That's not that old.
When he retired, though, but when...
I mean, he went through a lot of shit, getting his ass kicked all this goddamn time.
True. Getting his back broken.
But then again, I think Batman animated series took place in like the 50s, 60s.
See, they don't say because he uses high-tech shit.
Well, same thing with like Gotham. Gotham takes place in like a weird time period, but they use
current
cell phones
technology.
and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But flip phones.
They do use flip phones. Everybody has a flip phone.
Fucking
Gotham.
computers and shit.
They do, except for Bullock. Bullock uses an old ass fucking computer, but still, it's just weird.
I don't know. I think DC is fucking up with their content, and they need to take a page from Marvel and just kind of do things fucking right.
Except for Young Justice Outsiders, that's top notch for me.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
I got to finish it, but it was good from what I saw.
Oh, I went through all of it. So far, I only saw 13 episodes, so I'm hoping to see if they released more or not. But it was really good.
Well, they're doing pretty well with their TV series, but
I don't know that DC's Titans.
Well, yeah, that was fucking hot shit garbage. But like the CW shows are decent.
Yeah, they're decent.
Like even like over the recent episode of Supergirl, they introduced fucking shit. Lex Luthor.
Yeah, they did. I haven't seen that one yet.
Which actually, the guy who plays Lex Luthor, at first I was like, this is kind of fucking weird. But he actually does a really good job as Lex Luthor versus Batman versus Superman's Lex Luthor with what's that guy's name? Eisenberg.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, that guy did. He was a horrible fucking Lex Luthor.
He
but
seemed like the Joker mixed with fucking Riddler or some shit.
Yeah, I mean,
weird.
they should have introduced him as like the son of fucking Lex Luthor.
I think they hint that he is.
They did, but like
because they were talking about his dad, what his dad left him. There's a portrait of his dad that looks like old school Lex Luthor. And I was just like, what the fuck?
One of the best Lex Luthors is the guy who played Lex Luthor in Smallville.
Oh yeah, actually
something Rosenberg.
Rosenbaum. Sure. I think one of my favorites was Gene Hackman. When he played Lex Luthor back in the day, that dude was fucking awesome. He was slightly comical, but he was definitely maniacal.
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves, yeah, he was a damn good Lex Luthor. Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor, that was a little weird.
Yeah.
That was a little, I don't want to say cringeworthy, but it just felt off.
I feel like for movies, we need to have we can't have A-lister actors playing these roles because I feel like they take you away from that character because you just think of them as whatever big role they had before that.
I think it depends on the actor and how they.
Because no major A-lister has really been in any superhero movies.
That's right.
Well,
including
Idris.
Yeah. But wait. Take what you said.
I saw that move coming. I was like, he's about to put himself in checkmate.
No. Take what you said, but Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. was fucking a drug addict, alcoholic who landed a bomb-ass role and built down there the MCU.
It just depends on. There's a lot of other factors it depends on the actor, the superhero that they're playing, the director, and what it is that they're trying. There's a lot of other factors rather than just actor and then this role.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I think.
I mean, if you look at
because let's say with Michael Keaton or before he got into what was it, Batman? What was he doing?
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he was.
Would you think of him as
multiplicity?
Would you think of him as superhero fucking?
Oh no,
Batman.
Not a superhero, but he was famous beforehand.
And
then like Jack Nicholson,
and then even after that, well,
Jack Nicholson was a star before he even did Batman.
He was.
And then even when Keaton played the Vulture, he did a really fucking good job as Vulture.
So I think A-list actors can play really good villains.
That's what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They can.
Rewind the tape.
Oh shit.
But it also, I was watching this documentary about celebrities playing, like doing voice-over work. I feel like celebrities, like, you know, when a celebrity is doing a voice of a character, it kind of takes you away from that character because you just see that actor.
Not necessarily, because there are some who've done really well, like Rosario Dawson. She's been Wonder Woman a few times, and some people never knew.
And also when she did
and she was good.
She was the voice actress for an audiobook for Artemis. It was the same guy that wrote The Martian. And her voice acting work in that is really good.
Same with what's it called? The Toy Story people.
Also, she's just hot. Please leave Cory Booker. I love you.
I don't think of Tom Hanks when I'm hearing.
I do.
Tom Hanks. Oh,
when I'm hearing Woody and Buzz and him and what's it called? The other dude.
Oh,
I guess maybe it's just
Tim
me.
Allen.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, I just see them whenever I'm like looking at those characters.
Sometimes it's really obvious, like when it's like Robin Williams doing Genie. Yeah, that's all Robin Williams. You can hear that.
But like for example, like with Lion King, like with Mufasa, like that. I see that. That's James Earl Jones.
Some people have really distinct voices.
Yeah.
Where it's like if it came out of my fucking, if it was the Siri voice, I'd be like, that fucking Samuel L. Jackson talking to me.
Idris, since we're talking about Idris is in the Jungle Book. He's the voice of the main panther in that film.
Oh, him and a panther, Black Panther.
Here we go saying, oh again. He's in that.
Yeah, but he does voice work.
He doesn't got higher star power than Mahershala Ali right now.
Excellent stuff. Well, not right now. No.
Not right now. I mean, he just won an Oscar.
He got leapfrogged. Young cat just leapfrogged him.
He's been doing. Mahershala
Ali.
Best, though.
You sound confident.
I need to establish
Don't take the bait. Don't be in Prodigy.
Is he hotter than Michael B. Jordan? No. Michael B. Jordan.
That was tough.
How much money will Justice League make?
Suicide Squad
make.
Suicide Squad 2 or reboot or whatever they're gonna call it.
I gotta wait.
$750 million.
Oh!
What you got?
We don't even know if Harley's in it or not.
Don't do it. Don't you sitting in Prodigy's seat and now you're trying to be in Prodigy's role? Don't do it.
I'm not. You're not going to get me to hop on landmines. I ain't hopping on live grenades.
Do you have confirmation that he's actually going to replace?
Yes, that was confirmed.
And there's going to be a theater full of women just slipping and sliding off the fucking seats because they're so wet.
Extra wet.
For some reason, people think that dude's hot as fuck. I'm just like, he's a black dude with gray hair. All right.
He's not even like.
He's kind of yoked
fit.
up. Yeah, he's really fit. Yeah.
He's a hotter actor than Chet. He's not hotter than.
He does Muay Thai. So. Yeah.
I thought he did jiu-jitsu because he did. He was training to fight.
Well, I know for sure he's done like a professional Muay Thai fight. I know that for sure.
Bozeman's got some higher star power.
Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah. That's Jackie Robinson. He played Nelson Mandela too.
No, I mean he played in. Don't get me wrong. He had one super successful movie. One. Other than that, what else has Chadwick Boseman been in that's been a hit?
Jackie Robinson.
That wasn't a hit. That wasn't no hit.
Okay, well, I mean,
critically acclaimed.
Well, we're not. I don't get in that whole thing because, like we said about Brie Larson.
Yeah.
I stay out of the. Oh, you need to make money for you to be a good actress. Those words never come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I never say that.
So, like Mahershala Ali, he's in critically acclaimed films, especially in the last 3 or 4 years, and yet he wasn't in necessarily blockbuster films, according to Prodigy, who's apparently a blockbuster, needs to make $1 billion.
We're not going to talk. Crazy man ain't here today. he got 5150. No, he's at John George right now.
You're taking a seat, about to make a fucking terrible bet. So let's do this.
I need to. I think the X, like I said before, the X factor is what's going on with Harley for me to determine if they're gonna make money.
Make the bet anyway.
If they say no Harley, this thing gonna flop.
Even without Harley, I'm saying it's gonna make at least $750 million.
Dude, he's got a really long roster. His resume on movies is fucking
quite long.
Yeah.
Who's did it? Idris or
Idris?
Oh yeah, he's been in a shit ton of shit.
And TV.
Same thing with Mahershala Ali.
I just don't think he don't got the star power as the other two do, or at least the other two that I named.
Make the bet.
Is Michael B. Michael B's
hashtag make the bet, Stitch.
Oh,
I am a 1993 DARE graduate. I don't give into peer pressure.
But you did 3 years ago. I think it was exactly 3 years ago.
You fooled me once.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Michael B. Jordan. Like, I mean, he was really fucking horrible in Fantastic Four.
He recovered though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he recovered when he did Black Panther.
He was
No, he recovered before Black Panther.
Fruitvale Station. He was.
But I'm talking about like superhero wise, or
Creed is what brought
action.
him back.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he's got that
Critically
fucking Hollywood
acclaimed,
smile.
Fruitvale Station was, people were like, oh shit, and he teamed up with Coogler, and then him and Coogler became sort of buddies, like how what's his name always has Leo in his movies. Was it Scorsese?
Quentin Tarantino?
No, the guy that always has Leonardo DiCaprio in
I
his
can't
movies.
remember.
I thought
Scorsese.
Scorsese, yeah, he always got him in like The Departed and then other
Oh, yeah,
movies.
that's Scorsese.
Yeah, the one where he's crawling around is the coked out drug dude.
so.
Robbie.
I'm gonna switch gears real quick. Since we're talking about like Disney and voiceover works and Robert Williams, y'all guys watched the new Aladdin 2 Aladdin trailer, live action, the second one?
Only part of it. Only part of it.
I got no interest.
I saw that they were singing. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, what?
I ain't watching no music though.
Well, that's one of my favorite movies. Dude, all Disney movies are musicals.
I ain't watching no Disney movies unless it's animated.
Well, I guess Wreck-It Ralph wasn't animated.
It was animated, and they.
I know it was
sang.
animated, but it wasn't.
There was singing. In the second one, there's fucking singing.
What song did they sing?
Fucking Vanellope has her song about how to be a princess, and all the Disney princesses tell her the
yeah.
exact moment about water and all this other bullshit,
Look at
and
that
then
one.
all of a sudden she's dreaming
About fucking
being
driving a car?
about being Gal to Go, pretty much about driving a fucking car and shit.
Stitch, this is what you gotta do. First thing you gotta do is you gotta quit your job. Second thing you gotta do, you gotta get a little high.
That's problematic.
You gotta get a little high and then watch the Shiny Crab song on
from
Moana. And then you'll understand Disney musicals because that song is fucking great if you're high. Just saying.
And you haven't been on your pedestal about the Disney princess thing.
Oh yeah.
You used to go hard on that.
I still stand by it. I don't be backpedaling like Prodigy do.
What's your
but-
princess thing?
but they all
I'm gonna have to say, yeah. Well, most of them have deviant traits or exhibit deviant behavior.
they problematic.
They are problematic.
They got daddy issues and
They
be
all
on a
kind of issues.
Strip club.
I had to say strip club, but some of them be nasty.
They got hoe tendencies.
Yes, they,
Yeah, a little
they
bit.
thoughts.
Well, that was like one of the things with Disney movies. Like they always killed off the mom.
Sometimes
Like
they
Bambi's
kill off
mom
the parents.
died.
Yeah.
Sometimes they kill off both parents.
Cinderella's mom died. Snow White mom was dead. Because they all ended up with like step parents and shit.
In Frozen, both parents died.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, according to their canon, their parents survived and became Tarzan's parents.
Aladdin or Jasmine's mom was dead. Like where the fuck was she at?
She was out hoeing.
I don't even
Or
remember.
she dead.
I
No.
barely even remember this fucking Aladdin story, except he comes across the fucking genie and makes wishes and
Isn't
shit.
that Blue's favorite movie? Like Disney movie?
Probably.
It is.
Aladdin?
Sit inside my fucking car right now.
You see how well I know Blue?
I was like, I don't remember any parents involved in the fucking thing.
Yeah, the Sultan. He was
He's her
Jasmine's
daddy.
dad. And
But he died
The
though,
evil
right?
dude
Yeah.
was Jasmine's dad?
No.
Jafar.
Jafar.
Sultan, not Jafar. Jafar was like a.
I don't remember.
He was his
Something else.
I just remember the parrot
squire.
and the fucking monkey.
I don't know what he was, but
They were calling him Street Rat.
they called Aladdin Street Rat.
Yeah.
They call him Street Rat in the new.
Abu? Was that the-
Abu's the
Abu,
monkey.
Yeah, it was monkey.
Yeah.
And then whatever the parrot.
And Iago was the parrot.
Yeah. him.
Speaking of trailers, did y'all see the Stranger Things season 3 trailer?
Not yet.
No, but I
Dropped-
saw it drop
dropped today.
Watch the show.
It dropped today because the show is amazing.
It's supposed to take place in the summertime, right?
It does take place in the summertime. Normally it drops in the fall. This year it drops on July 4th. So it drops
That's
in
because
the
those
summer.
kids getting old as fuck.
Yeah, they need to.
It's about to be Saved by the Bell, Stranger Things, before we know it.
Out.
Pretty much. So
Yeah, it's got to be the last season of that because they're gonna get too old for me to.
Well,
watch.
they've already
What a-
said that they had they had a definite end to
Okay,
the show in mind.
good.
So that's good.
don't want
Most
it to
people
get
are like, I don't want it to be an end, but it's like, listen, we've already had shows that have been on for too long.
Yeah.
like
Walking
Lost.
Dead.
Yeah, I heard Walking Dead. Yeah, I stopped watching
Dude,
it.
I haven't watched like the last 2 seasons.
yeah.
But I wonder if they'll, because I know there's like rumors out there that says Stranger Things ties into the It franchise. Because a lot of the characters from, or at least 2 of the characters from Stranger Things are in It. But then, like,
But those
one
are
of the
actors,
guys,
and their names aren't the same.
not that, but like they make reference, like both series make reference to similar things, incidents that are happening in both fucking towns, and that's why people are kind of saying they're in the same universe.
Is Skeptical Negro in both?
No, it's the
It's
the
Rousey.
kid who plays Finn. Or
Skeptical
his name's
Negro will
Finn.
always survive because
It is in Maine.
I don't know.
Stranger Things is in Indiana.
It's in a
Something
flyover
like that.
state. Yeah. When I say flyover state, if you're living there, it's a flyover state. Not even gonna say I'm sorry. It's just a
Oh
flyover
damn, that's all bad.
What's
yeah.
the Sexual Negro in Freaks and Geeks? Not Freaks and Geeks.
No,
That was like way before he was born.
No,
Way
he was
before his
in-
dad was fucking born.
he was in a Netflix show that
You're
just got
thinking of the
canceled.
one I Hate Everything?
Yeah, I hate everything. That's what it is. Yeah.
What was it?
No, I don't think he was in that.
He wasn't in it,
No,
but
it
it was a
wasn't
different skeptical Negro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a different one.
Yeah. It's cringeworthy Negro.
And then
Because he was doing all kinds of simp stuff, and I was like, oh, don't do that.
and then in Sex Education you have Gay Negro,
Yeah.
but he's really good.
Yeah, he's
like,
really
he's like
good.
he's a really character. You gotta
He's
watch
like
that show.
he's because Lafayette's probably like one of my favorite gay black characters.
yeah, right.
And he's like maybe 5 or 6 people below him. Or
Lafayette was good.
yeah, Lafayette was fucking great.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yes.
It's all bad.
Did he play Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
Whoa, whoa.
No, he played Martin Luther King in Selma, right?
Oh,
You ain't never met Dr.
He might
Martin
have.
Luther King.
He might have.
No, I thought he
might have.
Lafayette
He
played.
Totally missed that reference. That was a.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. I'm in my he came to my shop and I cut his hair.
Yeah. It's like, punch me in
And
the
then
face.
punch him in the face. Yeah.
No, it's how you Dr.
I was
Martin
like,
Luther King.
don't do it, Dr. King.
These are Coming to America references, y'all. Right? I'm pretty sure it's Coming to America.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of that, like they're supposed to make a Coming to America 2.
Yes.
They best not. I might.
Hold on.
You
we
know,
just-
I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. I might shoot up a movie theater.
White people that listen to this show are just like, what the fuck are they talking about? Go and watch Coming to America, the old one. It's one of the best. It's one of the best comedic movies of all time, and it's probably one of Eddie Murphy's best works.
Oh yeah.
But he had a bunch back then, like Harlem Nights was really
Trading
good.
Places.
Trading Places, yeah.
48 Hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really, he used to be like really good, and then all of a sudden he
Yeah.
had kids and just dropped off and started
Started
fucking-
messing with prostitutes.
yeah,
With Kishis.
prostitutes that had penises.
But wait, his fucking fuck game is still strong because I think he just had like
He
kids,
just had a kid.
15s or something.
He had his 9th kid or some shit like that. So he's 50-something years old.
Got
and
that
his-
Shrek money.
Yeah, and his lady's like 32 or something.
Yeah, exactly. We talk about big name actors playing.
Yeah, but every time I see those movies, I'm like, that's fucking Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Mushu, the donkey.
It's an easy check for him.
Shut the fuck in.
Yeah. Oh man.
Damn.
But I thought he was supposed to do a stand-up again.
He was talking about it.
Yeah,
been
he's supposed
talking
to do,
about
like,
it for a
Raw
while.
2 or some
He's
shit.
probably not going to. He said
Nah.
He gave him like cursing and stuff, and that's just not the same with him cursing.
No, especially when you go from like raw to like no cursing. I'm like, you said.
all
Sorry,
kinds
I'm
of
gonna
shit.
say it on the podcast because he said it back on his show. He called people faggots a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
On Raw, and he had a lot of disparaging things to say about homosexuals. You could just say, hey, it was back in the day. He was a comedian. I mean, a lot of people said that back then. Yeah, you can still say some pretty raw ass shit now and get away with it. So,
I mean,
obviously not that, but
Yeah. I mean, shit, Dave Chappelle does. He says some pretty raw shit.
Oh yeah, he got so much shit for that though.
Yeah, but he still keeps going. Y'all see this? I mean, this is gaming related, but I ain't never seen this. So Dead or Alive 6, they have a season pass that's valued at $93.
The fuck?
For a
Which is
season
like-
pass?
for a season
it's
pass.
silly.
Does
What
it get you to
the-
Disneyland?
No, it's mostly
Fucking skins or some
Skins,
shit. It's
yeah.
fucking stupid. It's like $93. That's
fucked
almost 3 times the price of the fucking game. Almost. Like where do they get off?
was the game $30?
I think so. I think if you get it digitally, right? Is it only digital?
You're asking me. I don't fucking know.
I don't
Usually
know.
games are $60.
Yeah, so it's still too much.
It would be less than double.
Yeah, if it was 30, it's about 3 times.
I would pay $90 if the skins were just them naked
Naked?
and like you can do like make them fuck or some shit.
That's a whole different
you can scissor.
game.
Yeah.
It's a whole different game. You gotta be on Steam for that. Dang, that's all bad.
You got to be on lean for that.
Oh, that might end badly. Shit. Apex Legends, y'all been playing that free game. Everybody's loving, overtaking Fortnite. They
Just playing Division 2.
but they just dropped their season 1, so they added a new character to the game. You can get him in game, or you can pay for him outright. And then they have their first season pass. It's about $10 if you want it. Just adds a bunch of skins and stuff.
You got to pay money.
You don't have to pay money. You can get it if you want. It just gives you added bonuses and skins. It is not necessary to play the game, but the biggest thing is that they added a new character. His name's Octane. He can run really fast, and he has like robotic legs. and he can do a bunch of crazy shit.
He's black.
He's Hispanic.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a
No,
Hispanic
black.
character. He speaks and he speaks a lot of Spanish in the game.
So it's a Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh, he's a lot taller than Speedy. That's fucked up. That's all bad. I'm gonna start doing that when I pick this year. But
You remember
yeah.
Slowpoke Rodriguez?
Yes.
yeah.
We had some racial overtones.
You lazy motherfucker.
That's
Dude, WB got rid of a lot of their characters like Speedy Gonzalez and Pepe Le Pew. I mean, they kind of brought them back, but like,
Pepe Le Pew was rapey as fuck.
hell the rapey.
50 no's and a yes means yes.
Yeah, he was not taking no for an answer.
He was, and it was a cat he was chasing after because
Yeah, chasing
Pepe
the
Le Pew
pussy.
was all about that pussy.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And it was always black pussy
all
too.
because
Oh, it was always cats.
all
they
because of
always
what
get
she
white
was
paint.
wearing. Yeah, and he
was always
made it
cat.
okay to be rapey because she had a white stripe on.
Mon ami.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can't do that nowadays.
It's Warner Brothers' fault. Men are like this.
no.
Holy shit.
Dude, if you go back and watch a lot of the old cartoons we watched, a lot of that shit was like G.I. Joe for one, like the G.I. Joe movie. There's a scene where one of the female characters, she's like literally telling the character no, but he's like assaulting her basically. I'm like, what the fuck is this? God damn. I think it was the I can't remember which movie it was.
You forgot G.I. Joe the movie had a bunch of fucking stars in it too. Blue.
Yeah, but I didn't know who the fuck they were.
You didn't know who Don Johnson was back
Nope.
in the day? You didn't watch Miami
I don't know
Vice?
who they are now.
How do you not know Miami Vice? Well,
I know that.
Oh, Ninja, you're old as fuck.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. Steve
just
right.
saying.
Like Gillo White.
What?
I know that.
He was Sonic.
Yeah, I didn't know that until later on in life though.
Yeah.
Because he did a really good job of like.
Well, he was
Not changing his
Urkel
voice.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Before the Sonic thing came
Well,
out.
he was even Sonic in both Sonic TV shows.
There were two.
There was two. Yeah, there was one that was more the animation style changed, so it wasn't as
okay.
cartoony. It got more serious.
I didn't even know that. There was a
Yeah.
second one.
You talking about Stefan Urkel?
Stefani.
That girl was a bitch.
Damn.
She was. She only did. She only
Yeah.
won when he was
When he
fucking.
was
yeah, when he would go in the time machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's the name was fucking hot as hell.
Women want us to like you for who you are on the inside and shit. And she
Myra?
fucking-
Yeah, Myra,
Yeah.
she was bad. Too bad she
she's dead. I was about to say.
Dude,
Yeah, she's dead.
died like
She
a
died
long ass fucking time ago.
decades ago.
Died shortly
Look it
after
up.
the show.
Like in like 94 or something.
Car accident, if I believe.
No, she died from
she
some
had
kind of
heart-
cancer.
Yeah,
She had like some kind of like
medical thing.
bone something.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, what did that say?
98.
Yeah, I was before you jumped in when he was like, I wonder what she looks like now. I was like, she's
Yeah,
fully
she's
decomposed.
gone. Oh, man.
She's more decomposed than Prodigy.
She was a comedian too. I didn't know that.
Oh, shit.
I had no idea. I didn't know what else she
How
did
come it
besides
says that it says December 22nd or the 23rd? Like they don't know exactly what date
What? What are you talking about?
for like there for her.
No,
like,
it's very
I think-
specific right here.
I
This
think
is-
it's from birth to death.
yeah, but
Yeah, but
like
it says
the death says
December
or.
22nd or 23rd of 1990.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like what
that
the
is
hell?
weird.
They didn't know what. Like,
They're like, she's dead sometime yesterday or today.
you know,
Forensics wasn't that good back then.
the woman from the Flash who's dating
She died.
I can't believe you're heartbroken.
What's that?
I hear it in
Yeah.
his voice.
That's sad as fuck.
what's the name of the woman, the black lady from the Flash who's dating Barry Allen's stepdad's?
Oh,
They have a kid together?
Her name's Nicolette something.
Yeah, she reminds me of her a little bit.
Oh, that's right. She
They
does
look
look like her.
similar.
Y'all need to watch the live stream for those who just hear our voice. Just go to the whatever timestamp it is right now and look at Cronus's face.
That's sad as fuck. Oh shit, stomach cancer. God
Oh,
damn.
damn.
Yeah. Dude, there's a lot of people from like we grew up with that passed away. Like the Yellow Power Ranger passed away.
Yeah,
She died.
that was
She
a car
died.
accident.
She died in a car accident.
She died in a car
That's what I
accident.
mixed up with.
You ever seen the Never Ending Story?
Yeah.
Never Ending Story
I've seen
2.
it. Okay.
The guy who played Sebastian. He
Yeah,
was
he
also
died-
within
he died.
he was also in Stargate or
I don't think
Seagate or Star-
no,
something.
No, he was in that one movie with Chuck Norris.
Yeah, he was
Well,
in
yeah,
that, but
Lazarus.
he was in that one with the Stargate where you like transfer through it. I think he was in that too. Or no, Sequest. He was in Sequest. That's what it
Oh
was.
yeah, Sequest. So,
Yeah, he passed away.
Her name, by the way, the lady who plays Cecile Horton
Cecile,
on The
that's what it
Flash.
is.
Her
Yeah.
name is Danielle Nicolette.
She looks very similar to the girl from Family Matters.
Danielle Nicolette is fine as fuck.
She She's in that movie with Kevin Hart and The Rock, the Secret Intelligence.
CIA. Is it CIA or Central Intelligence?
Central Intelligence. Yeah, she's in that. She plays Kevin Hart's wife. She's fucking fine as hell in that.
So
my day's all fucked up because a hot chick died. Apparently, like more than 20 years ago.
Damn, Stitch just fucked up your whole world.
Thanks. I'm gonna go to bed sad as shit.
Oh man.
Can't ask me waking up. Why are you crying?
Tell me, have you
Myra
seen
died.
her?
What the fuck, man?
That's so bad.
She was so much finer than Laura.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Steve didn't he like throw her into the chamber too to like
you know.
hotter her up?
See, that's why like dark skinned women got mad at light skinned women. That's what started it off.
Myra?
Yeah.
No. Probably had to go back to like not even that. It was what's the show before that?
Different World?
Different World.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I wasn't feeling Jasmine. Was it Jasmine Guy?
Jasmine Guy.
Oh,
yeah.
everybody
She
was
was
in
annoying.
love with her. Everybody loved her. Southern
Whitney.
Belle,
And even
Southern accent.
Yeah, Whitney. I bang shit out of Whitney back then.
Yeah. See, I know that Prodigy was in love
No, what
with
was
Freddie.
There was a
Fred,
nerdy
that's
chick.
what I was like.
Yeah,
I like Freddie.
Freddie.
better.
Everybody
Oh
loved
yeah,
Freddie.
what
Freak.
Freddie does the voice of every fucking black character you can think of.
She
Not
still
even
looks
black.
good, too.
Yeah.
She still
Yeah.
does. She did a shit ton of fucking voices. Black, white, green,
who's your
purple,
And
all
then-
kinds.
Yes.
All kinds.
And what's the name too from the Cosby Show too? She was bad as fuck too.
Who's did
Man's
it?
wife?
Yeah,
Are you talking about
Aquaman's wife.
Lisa Bonet?
Yeah, at least one A.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what?
But like back then, but her
She's still bad now. Her daughter. Woo!
Cree Summers, that's her name. Cree
Yeah.
Summers is still bad as fuck. And she looks exactly the same as she did back then. Like, hold on, let me pull up a
Whose
picture.
daughter? What?
What?
Lisa
you
Bonet.
don't know Lisa Bonet's daughter?
Lisa Bonet's
real life
daughter.
or sh-
No, in
Yeah,
real life. In real life.
Oh, because
You've
I was
seen
like in the show. I was
Zoe
like, I thought that was
Kravitz?
fucking.
Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I was.
Like if they
Names.
ever made a copy show like documentary, they can hire her daughter to play Lisa
Keep
Bonet.
forgetting
they've done
she's
photo
connected
shoots
to
together.
Kravitz
Bro,
because I
yeah.
keep thinking of Aquaman.
That's Cree Summer like today.
yeah.
She
Oh,
still
yeah.
looks exactly the fucking same.
It's awesome. Yeah, Zoe Kravitz, she's in a ton of movies.
Oh yeah,
Shit ton of movies. She's even in an X-Men film.
yeah. She plays the one with the
She has wings.
Yeah, but she's dead.
She did die.
Definitely
Yeah,
dead.
They killed her off. They didn't show her dying, but
And
she's
she-
definitely dead.
And she was in that movie that I took a while to watch. What was it?
Dope.
Dope, yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
she's
movie.
in dope. She's in.
Dope.
She's in Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's right. She
Oh man, I was like, damn. She's like the only dark-skinned person in that film.
is. She also did the voice of Mary. Not Mary. Yeah, she's the voice of Mary Jane in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, pointed
Oh
out.
yeah, that's right.
She's done a lot. She's been doing a lot of work. She keeps doing a lot of work. She's in a lot of high-profile films and movies. So,
Damn, she's so fine. Have you seen that? I think it was a Budweiser commercial for Super Bowl she did, where she did like SNRM or whatever it's called.
BDSM?
No.
No, the audio one where she like.
ASMR. Jesus Christ.
I kind of got the letters right.
All kinds of
ASMR.
What the fuck is going on?
But yeah, there was a Super Bowl commercial where she's like opening the bottle and, psst, and you like this way to sound. And, yeah, it's
Damn!
I never wanted a Budweiser so much in my life.
Oh my god!
Like
Blue,
that commercial actually worked.
Blue almost unzipped.
I damn near did.
Ooh, damn!
I'm gonna spill my Budweiser.
Oh my goodness! Oh shit! She's in the Fantastic Beasts movies. I have not seen those yet.
I saw the first one.
Oh, she's a Lestrange. How is that possible? What the hell?
Don't even ask questions because reasons. This is so dumb. Like trying to say that Hermione was black. I'm just like, I read all your books, bitch. You didn't say she was black. You didn't say dark skin. You said she had messy hair.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, she's black in the Broadway show, or whatever,
Yeah.
but not in the films.
Yeah, but she tried to backtrack and say that, oh, well, I was envision Hermione being African American. I'm like, no, you didn't.
And then she
Because I read your books. There's nothing in your book said that she was African at all, African descent.
And then she always believed that I guess Dumbledore's always the catcher, not the pitcher.
Well, I knew that he was gay, so that was hinted to in the books. If you read the books.
Don't care. She hinted back, Ron is bi or some shit, like a whole bunch of shit.
No. Okay, so you're getting into meme territory.
It
now?
is all memes. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but no.
That's what Prodigy be doing.
Dumbledore was gay, but the other shit you're talking about was like definitely meme territory.
All right.
Anyway,
I just wanted to. Yeah, I know we talked about this last week, but the whole college scandal and shit that's going on right now.
Sure.
Have you guys heard about like people are like diming motherfuckers out now? Like people are coming out saying like, "Hey, I know this person. Like their parents paved their way, and this and that, and this and that."
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Like a witch hunt.
I'm still not surprised about any of this shit happening because they've turned most colleges into status symbols, especially like high. Like colleges like Harvard, Stanford, fucking Penn State, Ivy League shit. They turn them into status symbols now, and it's things that people are paying way too much money into. They're getting saddled with a whole bunch of student debt, and they have these programs in these schools that pay their coaches for these certain college programs millions of dollars. How the fuck can they possibly pay that much money to these coaches? Like they get paid a magnitude more than any other fucking teacher in those schools. Like it doesn't make sense, and now we see where the money's going, and now where the student debt's going. It's to pay for all this stupid ass shit, and they're cheating. I'm not surprised. I think that college needs to go away. I mean, for most people, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't, in my opinion. I'll leave it at that.
I think higher education is definitely needed, especially depending on what you choose to do in life. And if you know what you're going to do, just have your plan, and college may not be the answer, but in some cases it definitely is.
I think we need to really improve the regular elementary, high school, middle school system, because that's all fucked up right now.
But we got someone like Davos running Department of Education, and everything's all fucked up.
Well, I know I think it was sometime this week that they're talking about cutting funding to education programs, stuff like that. I think it was $3 billion they were going to take from educational programs.
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't take the money out of public education programs, right? Because most colleges that I'm referring to, they're all, you have to pay to go to this college. It's not government funded. But I think that still most people don't really need to go to college. I think that most people go to college to just go to college, and they waste a good portion, if not half of their fucking life, trying to gain this higher education thing, and they're not getting helped out by it.
Well, I mean, there's all these, white girls that need to have their lesbian bi experience. If they don't,
whoa,
and record it.
Hey, no, I'm checking off all the angry boxes.
I mean, that's what college is for you to explore, and
you can do that on the streets.
Yeah, you could, but
you go to a nightclub, drop a little fucking E, and experience that same thing for a whole lot cheaper than college.
College, it works for some people it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's what you sort of make of it, depending on what it is that.
Especially what it is.
What you said was a very fair answer, but I think the problem is that most people think that some people it works for, some people it doesn't. But I think that the problem is that I think if you look at the facts, for some people it works, for most people it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how the fuck you, I guess, act when you get there. I mean, it's a lot of failure aspect to it, but people just sort of go through the process just to go through the process. Be like, oh, I graduated high school, I'm just go to college.
Yeah, the graduation rate from college is around 50% right now.
Yeah, and then they don't know how to, whether it be that they're unprepared, they really don't know what they want to do, or they're just doing it because mommy says I have to in order for me to stay in the house, and I have no job skill and never prepared myself for anything other than what my parents tell me to. So I think that sort of weeds out a lot of people, because the big jump, at least for me, I don't really have a problem with.
Well, it didn't weed them out though. That's the problem that I have. Is it's not weeding them out, right? Yeah. They just keep doing it. People that are our age now, people in this room, are still going to college. And I'm just and not even just you, old ninja. I'm just not trying to just call you out individually. But
well, I finished. So.
I mean, you finished?
Yeah,
okay.
Finished.
But you're still not.
I thought we went to your graduation.
Yeah.
But you're not
actually a couple years ago. I was confused.
But you're not working in the field that you want to work in.
No.
So
right.
that's for me. That's a huge problem. Kim Mack is still going to college. She's a little younger than me. There's plenty of other people that I know that are still going to college that are my age. Around my age, and it's just why the fuck are you still doing this? What? And you have a career already. Why the fuck are you still doing this? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It's if you have a career and you're still going to college, why don't you focus on that career? I mean, unless you really think that you can make more money or be happier in that career. But if it's taking you 15 fucking years, more than that, way more than that at this point, I guess, at my age, it's just like that probably isn't what you were meant to do. And I think that people just, they have this weird thing set in their brain where they just want to keep doing it. And it's just like, why do you keep spending all this money to do this shit when you could save that money and focus on what you're currently doing, what you currently have a career in?
Well, sir, some people, their career is not really what they want to do. Some people just fall into what they want, and they want to change to something different. In order to do that,
fall into what
sometimes you were just out of. So, like, let's say you were in high school and you were selling cars at 18, and you stayed in that business until you were, 26, 27, and you realize, I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't really me. I'm not really loving this. I just did this because other people did it. So I want to do something different. So some people go to college to acquire new skills or learn a new trade or whatnot, and then they're able to try to leave that industry and get into something else.
They go to trade school, though.
It's trade school. And at a certain point, it gets to where it's too late. And you have to understand where it's too late. That's a problem.
Yeah, that sounds like ruining someone's life.
Like, fucking give up.
Yeah,
too late.
Just go in the back.
Just keep sucking dicks.
Face. Yeah, blow your fucking face off. Fuck it. It's too late. You didn't fucked up.
Well, I mean, there's times where it's like, don't get me wrong.
I think of that board game Life.
Yeah.
Somebody just fucking keeps rolling ones and they can't just progress with the board at all.
I've thought about changing my career a whole bunch of times, and I'm like, they keep paying me a bunch of money. You know what I mean? Like, I picked a career. The career I picked when I was like 11 or maybe 12. I just stuck with it. And I think a lot of people, they don't understand that the earlier you pick your career and stick with it, the better off you will probably be. I'm not going to say that's a definite, but the better off you'll probably be. But the more and more you go into something that you don't really believe in, and then you change your mind, you change your careers, that's where a lot of people fuck up. That's what I've seen in my life.
If you don't, I can't imagine like going to work just like not liking what I do. That would make me a very bitter person.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
I think a lot of people are just like, oh, I'll be so and so because my dad's a doctor, or doctors make a lot of money, or whatever.
No, there's a couple things too, though. I'm going to give a slight caveat to what you're saying. You're generally right saying that if you go into something that you don't like to do, but it's also if somebody's paying you enough money, right? Money that's where we all go to work, right? We all go to work to get paid. My career at this point, I'm like meh. But I get paid a lot to do that. I mean, if I could do something else, I paid, like if I could do the podcast like full time, and I got paid what I got paid in my career today, I would quit my job.
Oh, same 100%.
Here. If I got paid 10% less to do the podcast, I would take it. If I got paid maybe even 20% less, I would do the podcast 100%. You would have more content, but I get paid a decent amount of money to do my career job, and that was by design. It's kind of sad, but yeah.
I mean, just like Blue said, if you was sucking dick since you was 18 and now you're a 50-year-old hooker, and you're like, well,
is that what Blue said?
Yeah, pretty much.
I must have missed that.
Yeah,
I said about sucking dick. I don't know about that until 50.
Well, I mean, shit. If you stuck, apparently, according to Kronos, if you stuck at a certain time, you stuck sucking dick. You can't get out of that. So
it's very difficult. I mean,
yeah, it's a little harder to.
It's like you're playing catch up.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's like
I think it probably becomes more stressful if you're playing.
I would say like in my late 20s, like when I went back to college, like I did pretty well versus when I was older because I was more focused and I knew what I wanted to do. Where like a lot of times when you're out of high school, you just kind of like winging it, to be honest, unless you know exactly what you want to do. And most people that go to college, they change. I think there's like a statistic that says like people who go to college change their major like 3 or 4 times within that time frame that they're in college.
Yeah. I'd never changed what I wanted to do. It's up until like maybe recently, but even still, it's like I'm barely even on the fence. Because like I said, I get paid a lot of money because I have a particular set of skills that pays me a lot of money. and it's just if I got paid like I don't know $80,000 a year or something like that, so anywhere near that, I'd be like, maybe it's time to change. But I get paid significantly more than that. I'm just like, why the fuck would I change? This is what I'm good at, and I get paid enough. So. But yeah, maybe we should do a Patreon. Get me out of this fucking. Get us all out of these fucking out of our cages.
Out of working for the man, start working for you. What was that? How did that song go? Like something about like if you don't move your feet, then we don't eat. So me and you are like neck to neck. This is an Andre 3000 song.
Yes, it is. God damn, I remember the whole lyrics. I'm trying to remember the whole lyrics. Yeah. Basically saying if you don't move your feet, then we don't eat. So we're like neck to neck. Yeah. I remember that song. It's a really good song. It's about him basically saying how no matter how much money you make, you still
you owe it
you owe it to somebody else.
Yeah, the fans are the ones who's your bread and butter, basically.
What?
Sorry.
You don't remember that song?
No, I heard that, but he said something else.
No, I said goddamn because I went back to Sally Richardson and
confused about the fan
underwear.
The fan part?
Well, yeah, because, like, you know, if you're a musician, you don't make money if people aren't buying your fucking album. So Andre 3000 was saying, like, if you don't move your feet, then we don't eat. So you and I are neck to neck. So,
well, because he's talking about before that, he was saying how you live in check to check. But if you don't move your feet, if you don't move your feet, then we don't eat. So we like neck to neck.
Whereas, like with the podcast, if people are patrons and they're paying us to make content, we got to make sure our shit is good, or else we are not going to get paid.
I remember that song. I used to remember those lyrics like down packed. I can't remember the fucking song now. Yeah. When that song came out, I was in the Marine Corps. I think it was on the Aquari something album. Something.
Equipment.
Aquari something. Yeah.
Something.
It's a good album though.
Yeah. That album's blur all the
It's from Elevator.
Yeah.
He says, to the end of the week, I live by the beat.
I know it now. I hear it.
You live check to check. If you don't move your feet, then I don't eat. So we are like neck to neck.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to do any Ask Beats and BTIs?
There was a bunch actually. They were asking us what's our favorite nostalgia Disney movies.
I got this in the bag.
Yeah, I know. So you go first then.
All right. So mine says Aladdin. If you didn't know that from the podcast, but yeah, Aladdin's one of mine. I just love like the whole joking around with Robin Williams, and I can watch that movie probably on repeat just because it's so fucking funny. And just an Easter egg, if you go back and watch it, the genie has I can't think of it right now. The genie has 4 fingers, and everybody else has 5. Like all the human people, they have 5 fingers. The genie only has 4. Little Easter egg for you.
Oh, didn't they have the Easter egg where they have sex in like a little cloud?
No, that's Lion King.
Is that Lion King? Yeah. There's one in Aladdin.
In Aladdin.
No, he says take off your clothes.
No, he says all good kids get naked. And basically, it's a scene where Aladdin gets onto Genie's balcony and Raja the tiger comes running out and he says good kitty get down. But when you hear it, it sounds like he says all good kids get naked.
Yeah, but I think when he leaves, also you can hear someone whisper take off your clothes.
That's when Raja's jumping on him.
Yeah, see? Y'all nasty. Stitch.
The worst is the rescuers. They have like a naked chick in the window.
Oh, didn't.
Yeah, so there's a scene where like the bird is like flying down, and right when it starts to pull up, they're like flying by a bunch of windows. One of the windows have a naked woman in the window, and they don't know like who did it or why it happened or who. It just skipped through editing, but yeah, it's fucking there and it's great.
It's hilarious. No, they'll probably digitally edit that shit out before it hits Disney Plus.
I guess I don't even consider Lilo and Stitch an old school Disney movie because that was like 2000 and it came out
when we were adults.
Yeah, so I don't really have one.
No one.
Previously.
Lion King?
Y'all fucked up. I was gonna say the Lion King.
Lion King was
Lion King made money.
But I feel like that's just the easy answer. But yeah.
It's like Lion King, Mulan, Cinderella, Snow White. Damn, I like Disney movies.
I'm gonna say The Sword and the Stone. It's basically the story of King Arthur, but he's running around with Merlin, and Merlin's kind of like an absent-minded fool. One of the best scenes in that film is when they meet Mad Madam Mim.
Oh yeah, and they had like the fucking wizard war.
Yeah, the wizard. They have like a huge fight because he's like Merlin's hella pissed off at her, and she hates him, and they have this huge fight, and it's great.
And like they keep transforming to different fucking animals and
to
shit.
fight.
Yeah,
Fucking great.
fucking dope.
I guess I'm gonna go back in the day too. I was gonna say Lion King, but now I'm gonna say the.
You gonna say Tron?
No, not
say
Tron. No, you fucked me up. I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. It was Robin Hood, the one with the foxes.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love that movie. I used to go when I lived in Alameda. I'd go next door to watch because I had it on VHS tape.
Oh, right on.
Well, if I would go back, I would say Dumbo was my shit. Cause yeah, I mean, I didn't understand the racist undertones it had with like the fucking crows and stuff like that. But like that one scene where Dumbo gets fucking drunk and he starts like imagining all the fucking clown or the elephants that's fucking bubbles and shit. That shit scared me as a little kid. I don't know why, but that shit was fucking super fucking freaky. Like I guess it was the one where they showed like there's like an elephant where every part of its limb was like an elephant head. It was almost like Voltron, but with elephant heads. And he just kept like walking down the thing like all swole and shit. That shit freaked me out. Yeah. That's why I'm not gonna watch the live action version because I know the drunken scene is in that.
Oh yeah, and Tim Burton will fuck shit up. He does fucking crazy shit. What was the other Be the Meteor? Or
there was one. Somebody asked this in the chat. It was a Warrior.
Or Warrior.
He actually asked two questions, but it kind of ties into one that's actually here on the paper. But he says, "What is the best new anime of so far for winter of 2019? And what's the best new one and best like returning anime of 2019?"
So winter of 2019 hasn't happened yet.
Winter of 2019?
We're in spring.
We're almost
Today
in
was
spring.
the first day of spring of 2019.
I guess it was kind of winter.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I mean, we're in Cali. We only have spring and summer.
We had spring like for about 45 minutes.
No, I mean it rained a lot for us though, and it snowed here too, and hailed. I guess for me it would be actually it's pretty easy. It would be a tie between Rising of the Shield Hero and that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Easily. Those are both two top-notch animes. Even though I think they started last year, but I don't give a fuck. Because there hasn't been a whole lot of new anime out this year yet, so.
I'm trying to think.
I think, maybe they did.
You might be the only one that has something for this one.
I can't remember when Food Wars. I still need to finish Food Wars.
But that definitely did not start.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything. I mean, I know what's returning. Like One Punch Man is coming. Season 2 is coming
soon.
Yeah, it's in
like
2
10
weeks.
days.
Yeah, something like that. And then Attack on Titan, the rest of season 3 will air in a couple weeks as well.
Oh, what was that one on Netflix? Well, no.
Yeah, it started last year.
I would say Voltron, but that was like that ended back in like.
That in December.
Well, I guess that would be considered winter though, but that's not. Well,
That's not 2019 though.
Yeah, but it's winter. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I guess what is winter? Because winter started in December, so.
I suppose. But yeah.
Yeah, I think Only Chrome's got a list for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I watch more anime than probably anybody on the podcast, except for maybe Prodigy.
Prodigy, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Rising of the Shield Hero came out in January 9th, 2019. So yeah, the other one came out, that time I got reincarnated as slime, came out in October 2018, but I'll still count it. So I guess if it's of 2019, then yeah, Rising of the Shield Hero is the best anime so far of 2019, by far.
Oh, Dragon Prince. That came out, or at least season 2 came out this year, and that was pretty good.
That's not anime though.
It's not really anime, but it's animation.
It is animation. All right, need to wrap it up.
All right.
Who brought us in? Oh, Blue. We got to close this out.
I don't know how to close out. Like, that was.
My God.
You talked to all of us. All right, Old Ninja, what you got?
Oh, that's right. That's how it goes. Shit. All right, Oh Ninja, what you got populating this weekend? What you jerking off to? What your life's gonna happen? Who you smashing?
So last week I declared a little contest about if you retweeted last week's podcast, you would have to listen to it to figure out how to win your free copy of the Division 2 for whatever system you wanted. And we have a winner. And we have someone I believe is a friend of the podcast, D-Rock.
Oh, yeah, it's Derek.
Yeah.
It's
So there
hilarious.
you go.
Oh, he's in the chat room right now.
Yeah, he's in the chat right now. All you had to do was listen to last week's podcast and figure out that you had the hashtag Stitch was right, and you would have got your free copy. So there you go, Derek. Just DM us your information, and we will send you your new copy of whatever system you choose of the Division 2. There you go. And then other than that, I'll be in the city on Saturday hanging out with some friends.
That's a different Derek. Jixer Jones, you're talking about, right? Oh, no.
No.
All right.
He's a Louisiana Derek.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's the one.
Nice.
So there you go.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, Derek. And I'll be in the city, like I said, Saturday, hanging out with friends, chilling, doing probably semi-fancy dinners. That's probably about it.
All right, Stitch, what you got going on this weekend?
Since you got my head on food, there's a SF food truck roundup thing on Friday.
Oh,
That is
Gotta go to the bacon truck.
tempting.
Wait, is it off the grid?
Yeah. There's this one thing that I follow on Instagram called like Lobster Damas that looks really fucking good, and they're like based down in LA, but I guess every once in a while they come up to the Bay Area.
What time on Friday?
I don't know. I gotta do some research to see when. I just saw it like on my little thing saying, "Oh, Lobster Damas coming back." I was like, "Yeah, I'm off on Friday, so I could maybe do that, depending on what time it is, and pig out on some lobster and some like garlic noodles. Sounds delicious." Then tomorrow, one of my friends that I know is in the police academy. He's getting thrown in the gas chamber.
Name High Top?
And OC sprayed. So I'm gonna fucking laugh in his face and eat a lot of popcorn and ask him how much it hurts when watching him get that shit done. So that's gonna be pretty funny for me to observe. And then other than that, just playing the division, keep leveling up, and
I gotta catch up.
yeah, I'm trying to grind and do a little bit of grinding tonight.
I was almost certain that you're gonna surpass me because you have more time to play than I do. So
Yeah, the first couple days right out the bat when I had the little early access, I was grinding away, and then the 4 days when the rest of the world got it, I was like, "Fuck, I can't play." And then I got to play for a good bit yesterday, and tomorrow I should be able to play a good bit also. And I was also thinking about going down to like Hollister, do some off-roading, since it just rained recently. Get the ice bear all
dirty.
nice and muddy.
Nice.
That might be fun.
if you ever want to do some upgrades like suspension or some shit like that, let me know. Or anything.
Might have to do something like that.
I can take around cars, so can my father-in-law. So yeah.
True.
He's a master
I'm gonna
mechanic.
have to
So
take that for advantage.
All right, Kronos, what you got populating this weekend?
I'm also playing the Division 2. Probably not this weekend. Well, I'll play it like late at night this weekend, but I'm pretty sure this. I tweeted it out, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a 100+ hour game for me. I'm having so much fun playing it. I've revealed so little of the map, and I've played probably 20 hours so far. At least, because last time I looked, it was like 18 hours. So I've at least got 20 hours in now. Other than that, doing some jiu-jitsu, choking folks out tomorrow. I'm going to have a workout video. Well, that's kind of weird to say.
I was like, you Jane Fonda now?
Yeah, no. So where I do jiu-jitsu, obviously it's a gym with other stuff too, like Muay Thai, boxing, and they also have like strength and conditioning. So this guy named Peter, he's a strength and conditioning coach that's there, and he asked me to do a workout with him with a steel mace because I know how to use a steel mace, and most folks don't how to use it, how to work out. And me and him did a video together on how to use a steel mace. So it's like probably a 15-minute long workout video of like a real quick workout. It'll work you out though, because I was doing it and I was sweating like a motherfucker doing it. So it'll be a very enjoyable video. So once it drops, I will share it on all of our outlets, and then I'll tell you how to follow Peter. He's a really good dude. So hopefully in the next week or so, you should see that video drop. I'll have some more work done on the Infinity base coming up pretty soon. I got the new Radiant Barrier came today, and then I'm waiting on the rest of the installation. And so we have plans. We're gonna finish this damn thing up because I'm tired of being in this garage. It's unprofessional looking to me, and it pisses me off every single time we do it in here. And people are waiting for our reacts, especially folks in Brazil. They keep hounding us for reacts from Anita and a bunch of other folks in Brazil. But when we're in here, I'm just like, I don't want to do it with like my fucking
Your wash machine in the back.
My wash machine in the background, my refrigerator. So I really want to have the actual Infinity base done and then do our reacts there. But it's been going on for way too long, so we'll have to do some reacts sooner rather than later.
Yeah. All right, my turn. So this weekend, unfortunately, I started us off kind of hyped up, but yeah, unfortunately, Friday, I'm going to be attending my stepfather's funeral. R.I.P. Curtis. Saturday, the sweetness and I were hanging out with her friends for a potluck that they're doing. So I'm going to be busting on my Instapot skills and showing these fools exactly how to cook. Other than that, I got also a photo shoot with K-Mac hopefully this weekend, so if it doesn't rain. But right now in California, our weather is
of my girlfriend.
so
What the fuck?
Made it for you, man. No. Anyway,
Whoa, wait.
nah. These are professional pictures for her to update her LinkedIn. Yeah, the sweetness would fucking kill me. Anyways,
You'll be on multiple people's
yeah, right. Crohn's would kill me, and then sweetness would resurrect me to kill me again. So yeah, I don't need that shit in my life. I don't want to be reincarnated as a fucking slime and just get killed all over again.
That's a pretty good deal if you watch the show.
All right, Odin, take us out of here.
All right, you've just experienced the dankest podcast on the internet. We are Black and Black Times Infinity. Check us out with @BThenBTI. That's BTHANBTI on Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Player FM, Apple Podcasts. Go on there, rate us, leave us 5 stars. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, we are there with BThenBTI. And check out our official website, bitheadproductions.com/BThenBTI. And then on Amazon, we have an app on there. Download that. It'll let you know when we go live every time.
Only a few decades ago.
Captain Marvel is Prodigy's new queen.
Man, at last, has succeeded in penetrating further and further into the unknown vastness of space.